volatile world, and the military equipment, the power of some of this weaponry is unthinkable. You don't even want to know about it.
Another $200 billion to be requested for Operation Epic Fury. He hasn't been seen in public since being named Iran's supreme leader, mocked as the cardboard cutout. He has purportedly issued another statement.
Iran's new supreme leader, Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei, called Friday for the enemies of his nations to have their security taken away in his latest message to the public. Khamenei made the remarks in a statement issued on his behalf to President Masoud Pezeshkian after Israel killed Iran's intelligence minister. It was read on state TV IRIB. The newsreader says security must be denied to internal and external enemies and be granted to the people at large. Khamenei hasn't been seen since he was named as supreme leader after his father Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in an Israeli airstrike on the first day of the war on February 28. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
An increasing number of airport screeners calling out sick. They're not getting paid as the Homeland Security funding impasse drags on in Congress. Democrats refusing to approve the necessary funding. About 10% of TSA officers nationwide missed work each day between Monday and Wednesday, and airports in Atlanta and Houston saw absentee rates of roughly 38%. On Wall Street, the Dow futures are down 119 points. NASDAQ futures off 92 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085 or biglou.com.
More Mexican citizens taking it upon themselves to protect their communities from drug cartels.
More and more vigilante groups are forming in Mexico. They carry military-grade weapons smuggled from the U.S. and patrol rural stretches, protecting communities from powerful drug cartels. Jesus Dominguez says citizens can't rely on the government to protect them. He says that's why we are on watch and we take the security of our town in our hands. Dominguez's group formed in 2020 when a drug cartel tried to take control of several communities in the mountains along a strategic thruway that connects the cartels to Acapulco, where drugs and other illegal goods flow. Now the vigilantes are a 50-man force. Dominguez says, we are indigenous, we are parents who are farmers, and we defend what is ours. I'm Donna Warder.
News and analysis, townhall.com. Record-setting Southwest heat wave.
A desert community on the Arizona-California border reached 110 degrees Thursday, breaking a record for the highest March temperature recorded in the United States. The record-setting temperature was recorded just outside Martinez Lake, Arizona in the Yuma Desert, as a winter heat wave scorches the Southwest. It breaks the record of 108 degrees set in Rio Grande, Texas in 1954. Window washer Ruben Bandelean spends most of his time outside.
It's really early for this heat around in the desert. Never been like this hot.
And says he's worried about what the early heat means for the summer.
Last couple years, a lot of people died in the desert of the heat.
The National Weather Service says the average first 105-degree day of the year for the area normally occurs on May 22nd. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the heart wave. hand on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody. Yes! A warm Friday.
A warm Friday, and happy first day of spring.
We officially got hit spring, huh?
Yep.
Welcome to it.
Even though we're in the heat
96
dome
today. Yeah.
Yep.
But the good news is tomorrow's going to be hotter, 98.
Yeah, that's great news. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's going to be hot. It sucks too because they're calling it the heat dome.
Yeah.
That this part of the country's under. The Thunderdome is way more fun. Plus you get,
We had Tina Turner.
I mean, it's just. I think we all need a hero right now. But it's going to be a scorcher. Get out there and soak it in. The vernal equinox is what this one is.
Know what I mean, Vern?
Which I don't know for sure. But I think at noon today, Ernest rides again. So I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean, Vern?
Or he goes to jail. Or camp.
He's going to go to camp. Yeah. This is camp weather. This is orienteering.
Man. Know what I mean, Vern?
I don't remember.
But
I'm so excited.
Or he's going to the town of Beverly.
There you go. I'm so excited. There is I've seen the trailer for it. It's an indie documentary, but it is a Life and Times of Jim Varney documentary.
That'd be very
Goes
interesting.
into the inception of Ernest and how it went from this local cable like concept to this nationwide brand.
I remember the local cable, because I remember. I'm going to say teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing commercials for a Toyota dealer in D.C. area.
Yeah.
And Ernest was the spokesman, and he can't know what I mean, Vern.
And that's the thing. It was like regional. He would do. It wasn't like he was a nationwide worker, but he would do regional commercials.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in Oklahoma, and I specifically remember him doing a commercial for. It was like a burger place.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how they had the best burger this side of the Mississippi. You know what I mean, Vern? and that was like the local commercial. So I always grew up thinking, oh, he's from where I'm from.
Right.
But
and I think that's a lot of people did.
Yeah. And then he started doing the national advertising, and because so many people recognized him from those local ads, it just sort of blew up.
And he went to camp.
Yeah, and he went to camp.
And then
he
the
went
rest
to
is
jail.
history.
He wrote again.
Yeah.
He saved Christmas.
Yeah, he did.
He, in fact, did.
But I think the
Christmas.
OG is camp. Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah.
I think that was the very first one.
Was it?
I believe so.
Okay. I'd have to go back and look at the filmography to know for sure. It's like it's trying to figure out like what was the first Dorf?
Right.
Dorf on golf, Dorf on baseball.
I would go say golf.
Dorf on golf.
That was kind of the most famous.
That was
skit.
the most famous one, but I wonder if. Okay. Actually, no. I'm going to argue with you.
Yeah.
Dorf Goes Fishing was probably the most famous. At least where I grew up.
Right.
That was the most famous one.
Well, I just remember.
For those who don't know, we're talking about there was
Tim Conway.
Tim Conway, a classic comedic actor. He did a character named Dorf, which was basically Tim Conway on his knees.
The only reason I go with Dorf on golf because I vaguely remember a commercial that got played at nauseum in the 80s, and it was to sell the Tim Conway's Dorf on Golf VHS cassette tape.
Right.
And I think it was like, and as an added bonus, we'll throw in Dorf on baseball, Dorf on fishing.
And I think what's funny is when they did Dorf on Fishing, they were doing some kind of cross promotion, and if you bought Dorf on Goes Fishing, they would include a pocket fisherman.
Nice.
Like a little Ronco tie.
Yeah, I love those things. I had one. I was so you get a lot of sitting in the back seat of the car traveling places and get a lot of time with that stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You know who kind of tried to like replicate that, at least on a local level, is the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That lady.
Oh yeah.
Because she got super in the early internet. She did an interview for some local news station, and actually I know which station it was because she lives in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
This is how I know all this backstory. So she did this news story, and it went viral. It was like the early days of virality.
Yeah.
The Gregory brothers got a hold of it and did an auto-tune on it, and it was this whole thing.
Yeah.
And every time I go back to Oklahoma, I'll just see her just randomly popping up on TV on like Channel 9.
Yeah.
And doing like a commercial for like a local like car insurance company.
Right.
Ain't nobody got time for high rates.
Yeah.
And so she has like parlayed that virality into local fame.
Yeah.
So she's the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That lady who everybody in Oklahoma City knows.
You know, I don't say anymore, but I'd say a good 8-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
New Mexico's version, and I don't know how she got started.
Okay.
But I know where it ended up. It was, she ended up doing a lot of commercials for the state fair.
Okay.
And for one of the credit union banks in Albuquerque. And she's the I know, huh? That girl.
Yeah, that was... You know what? That actually
like she kind of rode that for a minute,
which is funny because that's.
But I don't know where the origin story of that is. I don't know.
That's a spinoff of a George Lopez bit. How he's like everybody has that one I know huh friend,
right?
Which is true because if you grew up around here, everybody has that one person. I know huh. I would argue, and yes, that one did get big.
Yeah.
But years before that, and this might be before your New Mexico time, because I was in New Mexico. In 1995, I think is when we moved to Rio Rancho.
Yeah, I got here in 97. So.
There was Mr. Credit and Mini Credit.
Okay.
This was again an Albuquerque thing, but it was a car dealership.
Right.
And Mr. Credit, and he had this little like a little person that rode with him that dressed exactly the same. And they called him Mini Credit.
Right.
But his whole thing was he always said yes, and he would just show up in the commercial, and go yes, and he was like kind of our like local celebrity in the Albuquerque area for a while.
I'm sure that guy probably goes out to like the Village Inn to eat, and he can't get it.
Like every time somebody asks him for an upgrade, do you want seasoned fries? Yes. Do the thing.
I feel like Ron Bell's the same way because he's been somebody is like, hey, that's Ron Bell over there eating Big Mac.
Which is funny because Ron Bell is sort of the thesis for Saul Goodman.
Right.
Like they studied the Ron Bell commercials from the 90s.
He was
and early
the
2000s.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Like I swear, my wife and I, we were at a Wex eating breakfast years ago, and she swears Ron Bell was sitting there eating Wex.
See what you
I don't think it was him.
Here's what you do in that situation.
Yeah.
You pull out your phone. I know it's probably before like phones. You pull out your phone, you dial 898 Bell and see if he answers.
Yeah, he's like Ron Bell.
That's commitment right there. Right in the middle of my
Are you eating Papa's Fritas right now? And a coffee.
Is that a Denver omelet you're having?
Did you just order a Danish?
Where are you? There was, and I don't remember what the whole thing was with Ron Bell, but didn't he like go under fire for like some kind of like local controversy or something?
Well,
I thought there was a thing years ago that like now granted he was a lawyer, so he weaseled his way out of it, but
I
just thought there was a whole thing that like they started veering away from using him in the advertising for it.
I know there was like the thing where he was doing the boxing stuff, and everyone
I think that's what it is. Yeah,
everyone's like, and then the Okie guy rolls in because he's an actual boxer, is a lawyer, and so I think it's more of that kind of thing than like nefarious.
Right.
Just
which also
lawyer wars.
There is a lawyer in Albuquerque currently who is a boxing champion. I don't know if he's still a champion, but he holds the championship.
Actually, I saw a story on Vice of all channels about him. There was a series on Vice, and it was like I can't remember what they called it, but it's basically kids that like ended up in these like epic like crime sprees and stuff, and then to go on to be relatively successful.
Right.
Well, Adam Oakey was one of the featured people. Adam Oakey is the lawyer that's the MMA fighter in Albuquerque. You see his commercials on TV all the time. He's the guy that he was like he was an MMA fighter, but he was also like a gangbanger, and he went to prison, and then he went into like a rehab, not rehab, but like he was in jail, but like in a work program, and he ended up getting his law degree, and now he's a lawyer, and he's done good. But but his story was on Vice, Adam Oakey, and that's because I remember saying, hey, that's the guy, the lawyer on TV now. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That story, just from what you just told me, is already more interesting than the Smashing Machine. Yeah. Like, come on, Dwayne. Yeah. If you're gonna pick your MMA fighters, pick the best story.
Right. And but yeah, it's I know I don't know where you can watch Vice on demand, but
not Hulu. I think maybe Hulu.
Might be Hulu,
yeah.
but it's the series about I can't remember what it was called. I apologize, but it's basically kids that were like in cartels and gangbanging at like 13.
Right.
Like, some of these kids were literally like leadership at 13 in there. And but Oakey was one of the featured people. So probably should get the show going.
Yeah. We've prattled.
Give you a rundown. Mari Manchego with Tai Chi for Health Institute popped in yesterday. Brought in one of her students, Ted Schooley. And we had a great conversation with her, so we're going to play that for you here in just a few minutes. Matter of fact, she's got her new standing class, standing Tai Chi.
Oh.
Not learning to stand.
No, I mean, because I take that one too.
Yeah. What we call.
If you can give me some tips and tricks on standing,
yeah.
I'm in. I always have to lean,
Yeah, I like to lean.
That's just bad for posture.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. But anyway. But they got a new class starting on Wednesday next week. But anyway, we're going to play that interview we had with Madi yesterday. Chavis County Manager Bill Williams going to join us in the 8 o'clock hour, give us an update on things happening around the county and a rundown of the last commission meeting. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Laura join us. I was talking to lawyers yesterday. Laura is going to join us. Reason for the Season. She does her Christmas and Easter drive-thru events. Pastor Jim Ridgway with the gig going to join us as well. Well, guess what? Easter's now, we're spring. Easter's coming up here. And so
Bunny's on the brain.
They've got their Easter Reason for the Season drive-thru event. So they'll join us and tell us all about it here in the 9 o'clock hour.
Very good.
We'll have all newses, sportses, local features, all that good stuff, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at your weather. It's hot, and then it won't be hot, and then hot again.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure covering all of the southwest, and that means a pretty hot weekend for us. We'll be in the mid-90s on the afternoon high today, and we'll get lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, our low in the upper 40s, and then sunny and hot again on Saturday. We're expecting upper 90s, down to 50 and clear Saturday night, and then mid-90s and sunny again on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 45 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 30% with winds currently out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. Expected to hit a high of 96 today under sunny skies. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Some point this afternoon, those winds will shift to the southeast. Tonight, skies will be clear. Expect an overnight low of 48 degrees. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. For Saturday, not quite hitting 100, but it's going to sure feel like it. Sunny and 98 tomorrow. Winds a little breezy for the afternoon. Out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Saturday night, looking at partly cloudy skies and an overnight low of 50. Winds will be out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, 96 for a high. Winds out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Monday, we have a dip in the temps. We dip down into the upper 70s, right near 80, 79 officially. But by Tuesday and Wednesday next week, we're back into the low 90s, 93 and 94 respectively next week there. So just a short-lived dip down to 80, then back into the 90s for what's now officially spring, which is kind of feels like summer. So there you go. All right, 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Then our interview with Mari Manchego with Tai Chi for Health on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
There's a line in the Lord's Prayer that says, "Give us today our daily bread." Most of us probably have too much food rather than too little, so this isn't something we probably pray very often. However, I think there's a deeper lesson to be learned from this. God is the source of all that we have or need, both physically and spiritually. Later in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus will say this, "Don't worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, but your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This prayer is all about priorities. God wants us to know and acknowledge where all of our blessings come from. As you enjoy the blessings you have, take time to thank God for them. As you ask for things from God, know that he knows what's best for us and will give us what we need.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Artesia General Hospital presents expert advice for a healthy spring. Seasonal transitions can affect your immune system and respiratory health. Combat allergies by monitoring pollen forecasts and using prescribed treatments consistently. Increase physical activity gradually to avoid strain after a less active winter. Prioritize hydration and balanced nutrition, focusing on fresh produce rich in antioxidants and vitamins. Spring is also an ideal time for preventive screenings and annual checkups. Early detection remains one of the most powerful tools in healthcare. Healthy habits this season build a foundation for wellness all year long. Healthy Tips, proudly presented by Artesia General Hospital. Ready to help take care of you and your family.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air. Tax Time Heroes assemble. Your refund has landed at Roswell Nissan. Van Man and the mighty J Squad are soaring high to knock down evil prices. Whether you're upgrading your ride, trading in for better, or grabbing your very first vehicle, our superhero team is here to crush bad financing and deliver your perfect Nissan match. Bring in your tax refund and Nissan will double it up to $4,000. Don't wait. See what superpowered savings you qualify for today. Up to $4,000. Click RoswellNissan.com or stop by Roswell Nissan and let our heroes turn your tax refund into your next set of keys. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes. Now you have a reason to invite Pitbull to your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And welcome back to the morning show. And joining us in the studio this morning, back talking more Tai Chi for your health, our health, everybody's health. Mari Manchego back with us.
Hi.
And also brought another one of your students, as you do many times, Ted Schooley, joining us as well. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending some time with us here. And so I got to ask, Ted, how long have you been under the tutelage of Miss Mari here?
Well, I think it's been about 6 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what brought you to Mari? What was it? I mean, was it looking for a change? Was it some physical issues you were dealing with that you're kind of like, well, pills, whatever else isn't working, I'm going to try something else? What brought you to her?
Well, besides being an old friend, I'm a West Nile virus survivor.
Okay.
And I spent 3 years in standard therapy.
Okay. What was, if you don't mind asking, what were some of the debilitations that the West Nile caused you?
Paralysis of both of my legs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And it took me about close to 2 years to be able to start
Wow.
walking.
So you were wheelchair bound?
Yeah,
at that
I was.
point.
I
Very
went
good.
into Century physical therapy.
Okay.
Unable to walk. I was wheeled in and I walked out. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm imagining you started with the seated class.
I did. Actually, I tried the standing first, but now I'm definitely in the seated class.
Yeah,
it was
but I
too
imagine.
much. Yeah.
And of course, for folks have not heard previous conversations we had with Madi, we talk about her classes now. Of course, we're about to have another new session starting for the seated classes and stuff. So now is as good as time as any to check this out. But now the class is for anyone. I mean, it doesn't matter if you can run, skip, walk, jump, or you're wheelchair bound or immobile. The seated class, you will gain quite a bit of benefit from.
Oh, sure. Right. We have, I offer both seated and standing.
Yes.
And some people that have always wanted to do Tai Chi, and they come into the standing classes, and I have a very beginning one starting, which is great. You learn from the bottom up.
Sure.
In April, first day in April, on Wednesdays.
April 1st, actually, this
right,
particular.
April 1st, thanks. Next week. Oh, okay.
Right.
And so, but some of them decide that they want to do the seated classes because you don't have to worry so much about weight transfer while you're paying attention to your posture and this form, and I forgot to breathe because I'm always holding my breath. So there's so many things that...
Less variables to focus on at first.
And safely.
Sure.
And I have very able-bodied people that have had strokes, all kinds of people coming into the class, but there's such deep benefit for wherever you're at in the class.
And that's where and this is where, and we've talked about this in previous conversations, that, this is where, quote unquote, modern medicine is now starting to see, they might be on to something with this Tai Chi thing about, connecting and becoming aligned with the body so you can actually start a healing process or preventative or, just kind of plug it into, obviously our bodies have amazing healing properties. You cut yourself in something and then, over time it heals, and depending on the cut, you never see it again and things. And so, I think our body's capable of much more than that kind of stuff. And I feel like Tai Chi almost allows you to kind of, connect, dig deep, align, your brain, your organs, everything are kind of, you're focusing so much in their function that allows you to just zone in on, what you're focusing on, whether it's movement or whether it is more, internal, stuff,
slowing down,
heart issues and liver issues and things. Yeah.
That, right?
Yeah.
Or the I've got some PTSD running a whole lot these days. I can't sleep. I can't calm down. So it really does come from all angles. And scientifically, this is considered, it is evidence-based.
Sure.
This particular program, but most Tai Chi in general, but this particular program has been proven around the world that it helps with balance. It helps with arthritis.
And you're starting to see like insurance companies actually paying for these
Years
things.
Ago,
and
insurance companies have been paying for some, depends on your insurance.
But now they're seeing, okay, there might be a benefit here, so we're willing to pay for it.
Right.
And so that's, and this is, but here's the other thing too, is if your purpose is saying stroke recovery, maybe you're, you've lost movement because of stroke. Perfect. This is a great place to now continue with your rehab, your therapy, whatever your doctors are prescribing.
Sure. Yeah.
Keep that up. But I'm saying, hey, let's add that to the mix. Let's come on Wednesday and let's have a go at it. And let's just start and learn some breathing. Let's learn some techniques. And you kind of got to learn to crawl before you learn to walk. Well, let's start crawling.
Right. Exactly. Harvard and VA, I didn't mention this last time, but it is important you brought up the brain issues, that there's so many brain injuries. There's so many people in accidents. There's tons of TIAs. There's we're not sure why the brain isn't functioning. ADD, ADHD, a whole lot of things involving the brain. But this really has been proven. It starts helping balance the thinking between the right brain and the left brain. And it starts helping us connect actually to our feet. We have practices that help us feel our feet, because so many times, just as regular humans, we walk around not paying attention so much to our bodies because we're letting our brain is very important and the bodies are secondary. I
would even based off what you're saying there, I could see maybe diabetics dealing with nerve pain issues, things like that, which commonly start in the feet for folks like that.
Right.
This might be a way to kind of combat some of that and to, dare I say, reverse some of that.
Well, the gal that was with me last time, she tells everybody, so I'm sure it's fine to tell everybody here. She is a nurse. She's not practicing nursing right now, but she's a smart gal, very smart gal. And when she came into class, she was falling every week, once or twice. It was not neurological. It wasn't like there's something wrong with the nervous system. It was, and this happens to all of us, if we fall, and falls are the largest cause, falls and the results of falls are the largest cause of death in this country. And when somebody falls, if
Makes
they
sense.
were the grandma taking care of the kids, it affects everything financially. But anyway, it's like we fall, not because we're not necessarily strong, but we're not paying attention. We're not being mindful. That's a term tossed around. But,
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
It's literally the joke, you can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time.
Well, you have to be able to eventually chew. Yeah, absolutely.
But we tend to focus on the bubble gum.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. And obviously, when you think about it, because I just know from, my own family history that, things like seniors, they fall, break a hip, that's the death sentence for them and a lot of times. And so
it
that's,
can be, let me say.
Sure, absolutely.
Can be.
I've seen where it's not. Now, this is weirdly enough, my grandmother was one of those folks that fell down the stairs and broke her hip.
Wow.
However, this was something my grandmother, I guess this is a plug for the dairy industry. She drank milk pretty religiously. And she healed like a 40-year-old in her 70s with her hip. So and she wasn't overly, now that was just a tribute. She was now, and she instilled that grandkids. You go to her house, you're drinking milk. That's what you're drinking. But I always attribute to that. But you're right. It's that health does make that difference. But this is the beauty of this class is you start, regardless of where you're at. Proof in the pudding, here with Ted, where you're paraplegic at one point, and now I don't even see a limp when he walked in. He just kind of moseyed on in and said, you know what I mean? He and so and how, if you don't mind me asking, how long ago were you wheelchair bound?
It would be maybe 4.5 years out of my recovery.
Okay,
so that was about 2 years ago.
So about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And here we are, and I imagine you probably jog and stuff from time to time now. And,
I cannot run.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, we'll get
not
there.
yet.
Give it a week or two.
Yeah.
But
I work out at the gym. I do all the weights.
And you're completely independent.
I can do the bicycle and
I mean that's
buy my own food, cook.
That is amazing to see that and that's the end of the day. Seniors or anybody for that matter, that's all you want is you want to live independently. As long as, that's why everyone hates going to nursing home.
Right.
I always see that time in life is we're no longer capable of taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And so that's a hard moment in life to hit. And Tai Chi, just the fall prevention stuff alone here, just strengthening and you're strengthening muscles and doing the physical stuff. Don't get me wrong, you're going to work up a sweat. But at the same time, it's more of that rebooting the brain. Rebooting the
that is
focusing
such a
on
good. My husband, I'd ask him to throw me some terms of because I had a couple points which we already covered.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I don't know. It doesn't sound right to say it's like you're rebooting your brain, but you're actually reminding your brain to connect with all the parts in your body, your feet and your knees and your eyes, but Tai Chi helps the rebooting of the brain.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, this is something, again, my wife, and I don't know if we've talked about this or not, but half dozen years ago here, my wife had a severe brain bleed.
Right.
And we had to medevac her to El Paso, and thank goodness we had some of the best surgeons just happened to be in El Paso doing this.
Sure.
And she made a full recovery and is great. But one of the things that always intrigued me was when she was at the point where she was, you know, getting released from the hospital and things, and the body, and this is literally a recovery thing, but she had basically the brain had to relearn paths for her to do simple, even muscle memory things as basic as signing your name. Like when we were checking out and she had to sign out, she had to sign her name, and she stopped, and it took a full good 15 seconds before she said, okay, that's how I have, like, literally.
Right, exactly.
And and I'll admit, for a few days after recovery, she had excruciating nerve pain throughout her body, legs, arm, and and they did give her medicine, but really, and at the end of the day, we figured out that was, after a couple days, it stopped. But it was literally that the brain kind of remembering, this is to go here, this is that.
Oh, that's fascinating.
You know, it literally is that whole process again. And so that kind of fascinated me.
Right.
And because I asked them about all that, and that's what's going on. Is your it's relearning the roadmap to how to tell you to do these things.
So nothing's impossible.
Yes,
is how I feel.
Absolutely.
Recovery, in terms of recovery or health.
But I think Tai Chi almost, in a way, kind of does that sort of. I mean, obviously not surgically and things like that, but you know what I mean. It kind of gives you that. It reminds the body, this is the breathing, this is the point, this is what we're feeding, this is what we're doing with that, you know, and it's kind of, you know, it's kind of when you do get into the standing and the movements, you're so zoned in on how the execution of the movement is, and so that's where, and I would probably dare say it's distracting in that when you're at the gym and you're, lifting weights or doing whatever.
I mean, Annie Lennox in my day, that's, home. And I'm not paying attention so much.
Where I think this is where you, because you're so enamored or so zoned in on your breathing or zoned in on your technique that you're forgetting that, this is, taxing the muscles. This is doing, you know what I mean?
Right.
This is, I'm getting winded. You know what I mean? I think it puts you in the zone, so to speak, but in a good way.
Yeah. So there is a student who was a good bouncer apparently, but she would fall a bit. And she also had neuropathy in her feet because of diabetes. And so she started both seated and standing because she couldn't feel how she placed her feet.
Gotcha.
It's like there was not a lot of awareness or control. Just as like, I can't, there's not much confidence in this situation.
I don't trust putting weight on it.
Right, even walking, but she could walk well. She was strong.
Sure.
But so things have improved for her to where she doesn't fall, but she also has more feeling or more sensation in her feet that communicates to the brain. She may not feel her feet like we do, but there's something that's shifted.
Like her brain has learned new clues to indicate this. Yes, your foot's on the ground, or you apply X amount of pressure, or whatever that is. Whatever. Yeah, it's your body adapting. It's kind of. I would even argue it's probably for someone who says like they lose their sight. And their smell or hearing increases, because I imagine it's kind of in that same ball game where the body just naturally, okay, so we can't do it this way. We're going to find our, like nature finds its way. We can go Jurassic Park. It's like nature finds its way. It finds its way. You know what I mean? That's kind of. It's kind of what we're, you're instead of working against that, work with it.
Yeah. There's something else I want to mention. I know for me that the whole COVID thing got me very used to staying in my house.
Sure.
And I don't know about you all, but did you used to go out a little more before? Yeah, I'll have dinner with you, sure.
Well,
Well,
when's the last time people go to a movie theater? I mean, just thinking about that.
I like movies.
I do too.
I actually saw a movie about 3 weeks ago. You like movies,
but
too.
you know what I mean? Like that was like a thing. Everyone on the weekends, and now.
I can't drag most of my friends.
Yeah, you don't
They're
hear people
so
talk.
unspontaneous.
It'll be on Netflix next week or whatever it is.
Yep, I don't want to go out.
So,
but I will tell you, that gets lonely.
Absolutely.
And so there's a lot of lonely folks that aren't quite sure how to fix that.
Absolutely.
And in Tai Chi, we become a family. We have a lot of fun.
Sure.
And we kind of check on each other after a while. It's like, I haven't seen you. How are you doing?
And you already all start with common ground, too, like a connecting point.
Yeah, so they can complain about the same thing or laugh about the same thing or all of that.
Well, I mean, anytime you get a group of old people together, that's the everybody talks about
That is somewhat true.
This is the conversation. Whatever thing's hurting on me now.
Yeah. Anyway, but this is not just for old folks.
Sure.
All ages.
Well, that's
come
just
in.
it. That's the beauty. Is I joke about that, but obviously when we think of fall prevention stuff, but that's just it. This is for anybody at any time.
Look at the stats. There's all kinds of falls. There's all kinds of people. Well,
I would even say
ages.
for your quote unquote athletes, types. I know alternative sources of fitness are definite. Like. For instance, you're a football player. I'm going to take a stab that there's going to be many aspects of Tai Chi that translate as far as, from not only the physical aspects, but the study and the focus, knowing your plays, understanding the conceptual stuff better. I think you're going to even see a sharpness there increase.
And adaptability.
Yeah.
Adaptability to balancing or writing.
Mm-hmm.
There's more things that come into play there.
I was a skier for many years. Actually taught skiing.
Okay.
He was a wild man, crazy skier. He's even
so now I notice
more stories about him.
One thing I noticed about the Tai Chi training is weight transfer.
Sure.
And that's a big part of skiing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So is that something you hope to do again?
I was thinking I would try this year, but then all the snow melted, so maybe next year.
Well, it got hot too quick on us.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe November because generally at least ski Apache down here, that's usually around Thanksgiving, give or take the weather.
Yeah.
So knock on wood, it'll maybe go for Thanksgiving here. Turkey and skiing.
There you go.
But good news is like we said, conveniently we have, it just so happens April 1st here, that it will be the first Wednesday, which will be the start of the kind of the new classes for beginners here.
One class.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And is that the seated and stand?
No, that is the standing.
That's the standing one. Okay.
So every Monday and Wednesday at 2:30 are seated classes in Roswell, and anybody can come in, new, experienced, it doesn't matter.
Regardless of where you're at.
It's an ongoing class, yes, because we're always in beginner's mind in that class. Because there's always something to deal with. Some of my standards don't like it because they think it's a little harder. There's more to have to pay attention to.
Sure.
Like your posture and your breath.
Well,
you kind of get away with it.
I imagine it's fundamentals. And like any sport, any activity, I don't care what level of sports, even the NFL teams, they're going back to the fundamentals of the sport. And so
you build
it's
on
kind of a
that.
reinforcement of that probably every single session
Indeed,
for them.
Indeed, yeah. So in person, Monday and Wednesday, 2:30 are seated classes.
Okay.
And also Monday is an ongoing, then there's 3:30 classes. So Monday is an ongoing intermediate flow is what we call it.
Okay.
That's for people that are already fairly familiar with this Tai Chi or they've gone to any Tai Chi experience.
You kind of got some of the basics.
Yeah, it's a flow class is what we say, but it's not seated, and we're not going to point out particular things because you need to already understand that.
Sure.
So Mondays for intermediate.
It's a little more
people.
independent.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Flow is not where there's much instruction.
Sure.
Really.
Kind of let you.
So, and
let
then
you do your
the
thing.
Wednesday class starting in April is the beginning standing class. And I have not taught one of those since before COVID.
Okay.
So it is really for the people who's like, I wanted to always do this, but I don't get.
Right.
I mean, we break
How do I get
down
from here to here?
Here to here. In the Tai Chi way, and then there's this, and all that. So
it's like you see the movement, you see the thing, but what am I actually doing up here? How am I benefiting from that?
And I'm leaning. I'm here.
Sure.
But it's great. It's a great class, and it goes in a very moderate pace.
Sure.
And then I also teach on Thursday mornings at 10:30 a virtual seated Tai Chi class.
So that one you can do from wherever you're at.
Yes, from wherever you're at. We have people around the state so far.
Now, these other classes on Monday and Wednesdays, they're all going to be at the Salvation Army.
Yes, these classes down here.
Their facility on College there.
Yes.
Not the thrift store at
yes,
the Y.
and you just had her in just shortly after I was in last time.
We were
I
just
told her
talking.
we were bragging on her cooking.
Because now, probably after Tai Chi, go to the thrift store because they've got the Jamaican food truck over there with the authentic Jamaican, if you like jerk chicken, plantains, like legit Jamaican food.
That is cool.
Their home is the Salvation Army thrift store.
Very
cool. There, well, if you're looking for chicken, go there. But first, head on to the one on College for the Tai Chi classes. Yeah. But and definitely, and then if you happen to catch them on a second Saturday of the month, go eat breakfast over there.
Good breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yes, please come and like you said, and if nothing else, and you're like, well, I've never done this before, just show up on Wednesday. Just come on up on a Wednesday, and we'll
2:30 or 3:30.
Yeah, we'll get you going.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, here April 1st is kind of the start of this first new class for the standards, which, like you said, it's been since. March. At least 6 years, COVID.
It's already,
And so it's time for that class. So if you've been waiting, here it is. Sign up. Yeah. Probably the best way is you can call Marty directly at 575 hold on, let me get my closer here. 626-7150. Again, 575-626-7150. You can also, if you want to read more about Tai Chi, everything from history to getting a little some of the big basics. So when you come to the first class, you can be the teacher's pet. I read it starts here. What? I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. But please go to TaiChiForHealthInstitute.org and you can go and read more about the bigger picture of Tai Chi,
and
everything.
what we're doing here in this program,
and specifically, how the fall prevention class
is. Because this is an international program.
Oh yeah,
and it's taught in 34 countries, I believe now, just because of the evidence based of how much people get growing. Better. They just get better,
and I think yearly growing and more, and I feel like it is. It's like in my I may sound weird, but you know how. We talk about, tapping into the brain's potential, the human potential and things. I think for us to get there, the path is through something Tai Chi or something that does what Tai Chi. You know what I'm saying? I think
it's called the moving meditation or the meditative martial art.
Gotcha.
Because you do be slow. You are slow. You're noticing your breathing, so that automatically slows your brain down into different brain waves, as if you were sitting there praying.
Yeah.
It changes the brain waves. So that is the place to start slowing down a little bit.
I think that's where it's going to take us to where is.
Well, we slow down enough to pay attention of what is working and what doesn't. Yeah. I do want to give you a little more information about, I'm going to give you my phone number again.
Yes, one more time, please.
My phone number, 575-626-7150. You can go to the website, TaiChiForHealthInstitute.org. You can email me at quantumlumen, that's QUANTUM.
Okay.
LUMIN.
Gotcha.
At proton.me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I also teach in Ruidoso on Fridays.
Yeah.
By the way, so text me, call me. You can go to Facebook and maybe look Tai Chi Roswell, and my flyer will pop up.
If you just so happen to be making a 3-day weekend in Ruidoso, be like, hey, well, I'll come down and do my Friday class in Ruidoso.
Yeah, go eat somewhere. And
then I'll go hit the casino or whatever you go off to next.
Right. Ted, do you have anything else that you want to say or strikes you in particular?
Wear your mosquito repellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, up in Ruidoso?
No, just in general. Wear mosquito repellent.
Yeah. But definitely come to the class. Come see where it. I'm real curious before we go though. Going in, were you open-minded or were you kind of skeptical?
Oh no, I was open-minded.
Gotcha. Okay.
I had done a standing class at the senior circle.
I was just curious. Okay.
And so I was kind of familiar with it.
Gotcha. So you were kind of like, all right, I can see the. Whereas our last student who's now an instructor, by the way,
now an instructor.
she kind of, I wouldn't say kicking and screaming, but she came in guffaw.
She
maybe.
came for a friend.
Yeah. We'll say
yeah.
she came in with a guffaw and left with a
right, and left with a certification.
Yes, and now she's singing the praises.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
join us here Wednesday, April 1st. Come and see it for your first time, if that be, or welcome back if
you
it's
can
been a
call or
minute.
email me first, I'd appreciate
Yes.
it, because it's kind of nice to know how many chairs do I set up, how much room do I have,
Absolutely.
who's coming.
And we can spend more time
Yeah.
Tai Chi-ing and not registering.
Right.
So
yeah, you'll need to show up the first time 15 minutes if you haven't come in before.
Yes.
15 minutes before class start.
absolutely. Again, 575-626-7150 is that phone number. Call it and leave a voicemail if Marty's saying doing an interview or something at the moment.
Sure.
So good deal. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Stay cool. Get a little spicy.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Iran is spreading its war with Israel and the U.S. across the Persian Gulf, striking key energy sites. In Kuwait, a refinery was set on fire along with a warehouse in Bahrain. Saudi Arabia says its air defenses shot down Iranian drones, and Jerusalem came under attack overnight. Israel's prime minister is dismissing claims that Israel dragged President Trump into the war. Quoting Benjamin Netanyahu, does anyone really think that someone can tell President Trump what to do? That tax refund you're counting on may already be spoken for, going to pay for higher prices at the gas pump. AAA's national average for a gallon of regular, $3.91 this morning, and that's up 3 cents from yesterday. Airport delays persist as the partial government shutdown drags on. TSA workers not getting paid. More details, srnnews.com.
You're paying a financial advisor good money, so it makes sense to run their advice through AI for a second opinion. A smart move, right? Maybe not. I'm Kim Commando for WebRoot. WebRoot Essentials protects your devices without slowing them down. Get 62% off right now at webroot.com/Kim. Here's what the research actually shows. When professionals discover you're using AI to check their work, they take it personally. A study in the journal Computers and Human Behavior found that financial advisors, doctors, and attorneys feel compared to an anonymous chatbot. The result? Less effort on your behalf going forward. Your account gets pushed to the back burner. That's your money, your health, and your legal protection on the line. So here's the move. Keep using AI to sharpen your questions and do your homework. Just don't announce it. Ask the question, skip the footnote. Your advisor never needs to know. And speaking of AI, make sure that you sign up for my free weekly newsletter. It's at splashofai.com. That's splashofai.com. I've tried a lot of antivirus software over the years, and when something better comes along, I switch. That's why I've moved to WebRoot Essentials. WebRoot Essentials is a cloud-based AI-powered antivirus app that was designed to evolve with today's threats. It's fast, lightweight protection that works across all my devices without slowing me down. If you need another reason to switch, get this. WebRoot Essentials recently ranked #1 in independent Passmark performance studies against 9 other brands, like Norton, McAfee, and even Microsoft Defender. The study found that WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. Webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. Webroot.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure covering all of the southwest, and that means a pretty hot weekend for us. We'll be in the mid-90s on the afternoon high today, and we'll get lots of sunshine. Overnight it'll be clear, our low in the upper 40s, and then sunny and hot again on Saturday. We're expecting upper 90s, down to 50 and clear Saturday night, and then mid-90s and sunny again on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. Lots of scores from yesterday. Goddard and Roswell were both at the Artesia Baseball Invitational. Goddard got off to a good start by defeating Alamogordo 3-1 in the opener. Goddard's now 5-1 on the season. Lucian Betancourt, the winning pitcher, and a complete game for the Rockets, who will take on Clovis this afternoon at 4 in a semifinal. Meanwhile, it was Roswell falling to Los Alamos 9-5. The Coyotes will take on host Artesia tonight at 7 o'clock. Goddard softball team also in Artesia for the Lady Dog Invitational, and the Rockets took care of Deming in the first round, 5-3. Jorelianis Guzman with a homer and 2 RBIs. Goddard will take on Alamogordo this afternoon at noon. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. The national average for a regular gallon of gasoline was $3.88 on Thursday, up nearly $1 compared to a month ago. As of Thursday, the average in 8 states has surpassed $4 a gallon, according to AAA. President Donald Trump said he thought the war he launched against Iran would have been much worse for the domestic economy. Economists from the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research report that the average U.S. household will spend an additional $740 on gas this year because of the jump in global oil prices following the attack on Iran. If that holds true, it would gobble up nearly all of the additional money people are slated to collect in tax refunds this year, according to that research. The Bank of England held its main interest rate at 3.75% on Thursday as the sharp oil and gas price hikes following the start of the Iran war have stoked renewed concerns about inflation. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
March Mania is on all month long at Roswell Hyundai with full court savings across the lot on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 4.99% APR for 60 months on 2026 Hyundai Santa Cruz, 3.99% for 60 months on 2026 Palisade, and 0.99% for 60 months on 2026 Elantra or Sonata. Or get 0% for 60 months and no payments for 90 days on 2026 Hyundai Tucson. Nothing but net savings all month long during March Mania at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
There's a line in the Lord's Prayer that says, "Give us today our daily bread." Most of us probably have too much food rather than too little, so this isn't something we probably pray very often. However, I think there's a deeper lesson to be learned from this. God is the source of all that we have or need, both physically and spiritually. Later in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus will say this, "Don't worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, but your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This prayer is all about priorities. God wants us to know and acknowledge where all of our blessings come from. As you enjoy the blessings you have, take time to thank God for them. As you ask for things from God, know that he knows what's best for us and will give us what we need.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Artesia General Hospital presents Spring Wellness Tips for your family. Longer days and warmer temperatures mean more time outside, and that's great for your health. Encourage outdoor play and daily movement to strengthen hearts and build healthy habits early. Protect your family from spring allergies by keeping medications on hand and limit outdoor exposure during peak pollen hours. Remember sunscreen too. Even in spring, UV rays can cause skin damage. And take advantage of the season to schedule wellness visits, vaccinations, and health screenings. A little preparation helps your family enjoy every beautiful spring day. These tips are presented by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
Time heroes assemble. Your refund has landed at Roswell Nissan. Van Man and the mighty J-Squad are soaring high to knock down evil prices. Whether you're upgrading your ride, trading in for better, or grabbing your very first vehicle, our superhero team is here to crush bad financing and deliver your perfect Nissan match. Bring in your tax refund and Nissan will double it up to $4,000. Don't wait. See what superpowered savings you qualify for today. Up to $4,000. Click RoswellNissan.com or stop by Roswell Nissan and let our heroes turn your tax refund into your next set of keys. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Join us at the 27th Annual Main Event Car Show and Cruise, March 27th and 28th. Kick things off Friday night at 6 p.m. with the cruise starting at Bulldog Bulk. Then join us downtown for 2 full days of classic cars, custom builds, awards, food trucks, and live music Saturday from 11 to 1. Vehicle registration is just $40. Sponsorships are available and spectators are free. Register at artesiachamber.com or 575-746-2744. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we are closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Israel and Iran continue trading heavy blows with energy infrastructure taking a hit.
Iran's war with Israel has spread across the Gulf, raising fresh fears about global oil supplies. On Friday, Kuwait said Iranian drones the Mina al-Almadi refinery in 2 waves and sparked a fire. And Dubai reported heavy explosions as air defenses intercepted incoming fire. Then Bahrain, shrapnel from an intercepted projectile set a warehouse ablaze. Saudi Arabia also reported shooting down drones. For its part, Israel says it started new strikes on Iran and people in Israel heard sirens. Oil prices surged and Iran has tightened pressure on shipping through Hormuz. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is dismissing claims that Israel dragged President Trump into the war.
Does anyone really think that someone can tell President Trump what to do? Come on. President Trump always makes his decisions on what he thinks is good for America, and may I add, I think what is also good for future generations.
That tax refund you're counting on may already be spoken for.
Economists from the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research report that the average U.S. household will spend an additional $740 on gas this year because of the jump in the global oil prices following the attack on Iran. If that estimate holds true, it would gobble up nearly all of the additional money people are slated to collect in tax refunds this year. That's according to the research.
Correspondent Bill Alexander, AAA's national average for a gallon of gas, $3.91. That's up 3 cents from yesterday. Airport delays persist as a partial government shutdown drags on, with TSA workers not getting paid and some of them calling out sick. The Dow is down 139 points, NASDAQ off 261. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
To deal with a Russian ally.
Belarus's authoritarian President Alexander Lukashenko has ordered the release of 250 political prisoners. The pardons follow a meeting with President Trump's special envoy, John Cole, part of a deal to lift U.S. sanctions on 2 Belarusian state banks and the country's finance ministry. The deal's the latest step in an effort by Lukashenko to improve ties with the West. Belarus has been sanctioned repeatedly, both for its crackdown on human rights and for allowing Russia to use its territory for the 2022 invasion of Ukraine. I'm Ben Thomas.
A fire at an auto parts factory in central South Korea has injured 53 people. More than a dozen are missing. The blaze broke out early today. The local fire chief says 24 people were seriously hurt. He says authorities trying to locate at least 14 others believed to have been inside the building. News and analysis, townhall.com. New survey shows that many Americans enrolled in Obamacare last year are struggling with higher health care costs.
The findings from the healthcare research nonprofit KFF come 3 months after the expiration of enhanced tax credits that had offset most enrollees' monthly premiums. The poll of more than 1,000 of last year's ACA enrollees finds that more than half of those who re-enrolled are looking for ways to cut their spending. That includes cutting back on food and other household basics to afford healthcare costs. The poll also finds that 1 in 10 of last year's ACA enrollees dropped health insurance entirely. I'm Haya Panjwani.
The Senate's Republican leadership is endorsing Congressman Kevin Hern to succeed Senator Markwayne Mullin, should Mullin be confirmed as the next Homeland Security Secretary. Senate Majority Leader Thune calls Hern a proven conservative leader. President Trump also backs Hern. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, clear day out there right now.
Tis indeed.
Gonna warm up nicely.
Yep.
Ice cream eating weather.
If you're looking to get a good base tan for the summertime season, this is it.
Yeah.
Now's the day.
I remember back, I was like 20, 21 age time frame. And for about 4 years there, I worked at a Boy Scout camp for the summer.
Right.
And 1 year I ran the shooting sports, which is the rifle range, shotgun range. And 1 year I was program director, and I did a couple of things. But the thing that always got me was the aquatic staff. The waterfront boys.
Sure.
These guys. They were your, quote, I don't know. Like, they were like the ones that want to be the cool kids.
Yeah, the broed out ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, as much as they spent doing their training for swimming and, life-saving, the things that they got to get ready for camp, their other thing is when you just said getting the good base, and I'm just like, oh my God, my mind went right to that time.
Right.
And these were 16, 17, 18, 20-year-old kids,
boys. Yeah.
Sun dogs. They were little moniker, were the sun dogs, And yes, they would be doing the dumbness. Like most of us putting sunscreen on, they're putting like olive oil on.
Right.
And sitting out there sitting out on the dock out there, baking.
Jimmy, is that butter?
Right. It's like, why does it smell like we're cooking popcorn out here? What is going on?
Just to get a base, bro.
It was sickening. So it smelled like a movie theater met Hawaiian Tropic, and you're just like, what is going on?
Like banana boat crashed on the shoreline.
Yeah. So when you said the base, my brain went right to that time period, into the waterfront, the sun dogs.
Those were the guys who at the camp who got to be, walk around shirtless because it was a requirement of the job.
Yeah.
Obviously, around all the other fellas.
Yeah. And they're always tan.
Right. Did you guys ever do that? Like, it's a movie trope, admittedly, but like where they have the girls' camp on the other side of the lake.
Well, not so much at this one because it was now it's way different now because women are now in scouting. So yes, in theory, but back then, the camp we were at, it had we actually had a lake with other camps, but they were other Boy Scout camps. So or could have been a Cub Scout camp, or one was a high. The differences were like how they got their meals. So like the camp I worked at, we had a dining hall. So the campers would all go there and eat their meals. Some of the other camps, one would be like, we have prepared food for you, but you got to come get it and bring it to your campsite.
Sure.
Then there was others that saying, nope, here's your milk, eggs, butter, go make breakfast, go make lunch. And they would do that. And so the camps are based on that. So if you really tried to go across the lake, you're not really getting anywhere with it too. Plus, it'd be really hard because you'd be seen. It's just so open, and every waterfront has X amount of rowboats, canoes, and whatever.
And the other thing is, I don't know if you know this about the scout uniform. It's not exactly camouflaged. Neckerchiefery is one thing that usually you want to avoid when trying to be stealthy.
Well, in theory, they'll be in their swimsuits, so they can go more camouflage there. But a big boat on the lake there, and it's at its widest part, it's probably about a mile across. So you got.
Well, that's why you go over to the edge.
Yeah.
And then it's just a marsh you can run across.
And I think it was, and basically it was a creek. Well, it was a river. It was called the Maury River, and it'd be very much river here, but in terms of rivers there, it was more of a creek.
All right.
That they dammed up and made this man-made Lake Meriwether. Which, matter of fact, the land for that area, that the camp I worked at, was all land donated by the Meriwether Post family.
The Post cereal.
Post cereal family. Yes. Yeah. So that's matter of fact, the main admin camp is called Camp Post. But then there was other benefactors, like there's Camp Marriott.
Got to go over to the Toasties mess hall.
Yeah, they're all. We're going to the McDonald's, Coca-Cola, STP oil, chow hall.
The Fruity Pebbles latrine.
Right. The Dokalax porta potties. Yeah.
That's fun.
And welcome to the Crisco waterfront. But yeah, there was the different camps and all that. But so it wouldn't have been that fun.
Yeah. You mentioned something else back there, too, is that it's ice cream, officially ice cream season.
Yeah.
It's officially ice cream truck season, too.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of the ice cream.
Have you been hearing the music and seeing the...
Yeah, in my
they don't come to my neighborhood.
They come over because it's it's the spot that a lot of people probably have some loose change.
Sure. Yeah.
So and there's plenty of kids in my little neighborhood. So
the average age of my neighborhood's about 70. So there's no ice cream trucks going through my area.
But here's the thing, truck-based ice cream has seen an insane markup in the last decade.
Has it?
Yeah, dude.
No $2.
We're looking at like $4 for like a SpongeBob on a stick.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, I sent Hunter out with just some money.
Like $1.50.
Yeah, I was like, go get something,
He got bubble yum.
No, he comes back with Airheads.
Oh,
because that's all he could afford.
Yeah, they were like, shoot, I think you could get like Airheads for like 30 cents.
Airheads were 2 for $1 on this truck.
Okay,
so that's what he could afford.
No, like. Now you're putting me on the spot here.
Right. Last time you got truck-based ice cream.
Like the high-value, high-end thing on the ice cream truck, I would say it was a tie between the Chipwich and maybe that malted chocolate. Did you remember that thing? It was kind of like a shake malted.
Kind of.
And those were like $1.25.
Okay.
And you were like,
yeah, and that's hot. That's big spit.
But like for like $1.50, I could literally get like some handicap hot fries, a 16-ounce Pepsi,
right,
and usually like a fudge bar, and maybe even like no, sorry, this was the names of the candies back then. The Cherry Clan,
right,
or the grape. Was it Grape Ape?
Grape Ape, yeah.
Or Lemon Heads, or there was another one too. Boston baked beans, maybe. I don't know. There's another one, but anyway, I didn't like those. But anyway, yeah, I could clean house for $1.50
back in the day. It just went a lot further. But yeah, no, it's a depressing moment. When I was a kid, like the big spending item was Good Humor's strawberry shortcake bar.
Oh yeah,
and it's still kind of a big deal. But back in the day when I was a kid, it was that if you were rocking the strawberry shortcake bar, you were popular.
Well,
You ate in the commons area for lunch, not the lunchroom.
Right. And the chocolate eclair version was the...
Yeah.
Like, it was basically the same thing, but instead of strawberry, it was chocolate.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I would get, or my mom would get for me.
And the OG of those was the creamsicle.
Yeah. And see, the good thing was my mom was easily bribable. Because all you had to say is, Mom, Ice Cream Man's here. Do you want me to get you a Chipwich? And she knows she wants the Chipwich. Of
course.
So she'd give me $5. $1.50 of that's her Chipwich, and the rest was mine to enjoy. And so I would load up, and sometimes Chris would be there. I'm like, oh, dang.
I got to share.
Yeah. What do you want, bubble yum? That's all you get. No. Okay, one handicap fry. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, we got to get going. Oh, we got to try stuff.
Speaking of flavors,
yes.
So I've had these, and I brought these specifically so that Mike could try it.
Okay.
So when I was in Vegas, we found this drink at the Chandelier Bar. We didn't actually get to try it, but it's the special ingredient in it was they had these things called buzz buttons.
Okay.
So I got all the stuff to make the drink for Misty's birthday party. We didn't end up making the drink, but we did try these. So these are called buzz buttons. It's a freeze dried edible flour.
Okay.
It's a full flour. You just chew it, and what I've found the best way to get the full effect is to chew it and kind of let it sit in your mouth for a while before you swallow it.
Suck on it like a candy? Or?
Not really suck on it, just chew it up to where it just kind of like, because it'll disintegrate.
Okay.
Now, the experience it's kind of hard to describe.
Okay.
It's somewhere between...
It's not hallucinogenic or nothing.
No. This isn't a drug. It's kind of a combination between like sour.
Okay.
Like it'll make your mouth water, but it's not sour.
Okay.
It's not spicy, but it kind of has those hints too. They call it the electric daisy because it gives you like almost a static feeling in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab one, and I'll let you grab yours as well. Ooh.
Jocelyn want to try one of these?
No. We've she tried. Yep. I was gonna say she was at the party. She had hers. It's not a bad experience. It's just different.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, it feels like well, allegedly, it feels a little like a weed bud,
like a poppy, or like a what one would, yeah. And it's very earthy.
I'm told
it's gonna taste very earthy. It's not a great flavor, but
okay,
you can get
you're
past
selling
that.
this bad boy.
I know. I'm not. Not doing great. They just chew it, just kind of let it sit in your mouth for a little while. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, salud.
So what they do is they sell this in the drink. It's like $20, and then you can buy the individual flowers for $3 a piece, so you can keep the experience going. Like I said, not the best flavor, but do you see what I'm? Whoa, there it is.
I don't like this.
I don't like it. I didn't like it either.
I don't think I want to finish it.
Well, you're not. Do you chew it?
I have, and the more I chew it, the worse it's getting.
Huh?
I'm out. I'm spitting it out. Oh.
Yeah. I think that's the first time we ever made Mike spit on the air.
No, I'm out. That's foul.
She's on 4.
So when we tried it, everybody tried it at once, and their face was like the same as your face.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it. Like, as much as people hate it, I kind of like it. It's like a zing.
Dang, the water doesn't get rid of it.
It might be better in a drink.
Yeah. They say they say you're supposed to try it with things like it takes the sour out of lemon or lime.
I had like a pocket of spit that had some in it.
And it makes your mouth water a lot. That's another thing that's going to happen for a while. Now you see why I asked what your guest schedule was, because I didn't want you to have to go into like Bill Williams with one of these bitter beer face.
No, he's got
on.
about an hour.
No, it goes away in about 5 to 10 minutes.
It won't stop.
I don't think he's going to.
The more spit I make, the worse it gets.
He's not going to trust me with food stuffs from now on.
Oh, yeah, that one's not good.
And the drink that they suggest to serve it with is very ginger based, so it's already got
with
that
the
kind
ginger,
of
like a ginger beer.
That sting to it. Yeah. So
why would you ruin a ginger beer with that thing?
Apparently, it's supposed to like intensify the flavor. Now, granted, I had a ginger beer with it when I tried it, and I like that. Some people won't, because ginger beer is, again, a very cloying flavor.
It tastes like... All right. It's a cocktail of not pleasant things. Cough syrup, stomach bile.
See, I'm not getting cough syrup. Now, stomach bile, I can kind of understand where you're coming from, but it's
with
it's
a
not,
tanginess.
It's not stomach. Yeah, it's the tang that.
That's like you said. It's spicy, but not hot spicy.
Uh-huh.
And if you just let your tongue sit for a minute, you'll feel it kind of going.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just. It's like
that's fair.
It's like Robitussin meets indigestion. I don't know. It's just.
Well, the good news is it does dissipate.
Because it's on my tongue, and that's where it's really bugging me. And then, unfortunately, I try to rinse it, and the more spit you put on it, the more the spit tastes like
See, now I'm kind of getting the bile thing.
Yeah.
There you were hitting that, but
yeah.
There you go. Buzz
All
buttons.
right.
Ask for him by name.
I'm gonna wash that down with a tome. All right. It is 20 minutes after 8. Unfortunately, Bill Williams
got to miss out on this experience.
Yeah, got to miss out. Is not going to join us here today. He got a text a little bit ago saying he can't make it here. So we're going to play our interview Sean had with Denise Jackson and Diana Lynn Sanchez talking about the talent show auditions. Well, do you know the dates off top?
The 24th, which is Tuesday, I believe.
Next Tuesday, next week. Very good. So time this weekend to get your talent on.
Indeed.
Maybe get some of those and procure.
You know what? It might just use up your tongue. I'm not sure. I think somebody was across the hallway yesterday practicing because I heard somebody in the salon that we have across the hall. I heard somebody just belting one out yesterday. So
you know, it'd be a mean prank. Just drop one of those in someone's salad. And then mix it like they would never know.
They never know.
And they're like, what's going on here?
What happened? I think the salad's gone off. It's real zingy on my tongue.
Right.
Is this bad lettuce?
I think this dressing has Robitussin in
it. Bad lettuce.
Bad lettuce. Sing that. Put that in your songbook, Bon Jovi. All right, it's 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's get you up to date on the weather, and then we'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll play the interview. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. I'm going to go, I don't know, Listerine or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll find some poop to chew on. It's got to be better tasting than this going on right now. We'll be back.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure covering all of the southwest, and that means a pretty hot weekend for us. We'll be in the mid-90s on the afternoon high today, and we'll get lots of sunshine. Overnight it'll be clear, our low in the upper 40s, and then sunny and hot again on Saturday. We're expecting upper 90s, down to 50 and clear Saturday night, and then mid-90s and sunny again on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Attention. They've done it again. For 3 years in a row, Roswell Hyundai is the #1 used car supercenter in New Mexico. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has one that fits your needs and your budget. So if you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, head for the #1 Used Car Supercenter in southeastern New Mexico 3 years straight. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
We have new dining furniture that will make you a hosting hero. This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Take a break from overpriced stores. Our top-notch tables come in dining and counter heights and feature 6 to 10 chairs with styles that are sure to impress your guests. Pair your table with luxurious buffets and servers to enhance the classic dining experience. All our tables are ready for immediate delivery, so buy from Glenn's today and dine on it tonight. Come see us on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Chick Days are back at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, Friday and Saturday, March 20th and 21st. Buy a 25-pound bag of Purina Start and Grow and get 3 free chicks, or double up and get 6 free chicks with a 50-pound bag. Plus, each customer will receive a $5 coupon on all Purina Flock products. And bring the kiddos because Runyon Farms Petting Zoo will be there, plus tasty treats from So Delicious Beverage Buggy and Whole Food. 7 to 5:30 on Friday, 7 to 5 on Saturday at 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Come take a peep at Chick Days at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply.
Jennifer here at Trustmark Roofing and Windows. And did you know that we get a bunch of service calls per year from people who didn't even hire us? That means they originally hired someone else to replace their roof, windows, or gutters. Then later, when a problem popped up, they tried to call their contractor back to help, only to find out that the contractor has ceased to exist. They're gone, done, out of state, out of business. At Trustmark Roofing and Windows, we have serviced southeastern New Mexico for 20 years. As a second-generation contractor, we have serviced our area through many major hail and windstorms. We have customers who are the kids of customers that we've serviced many years ago. We will be here when you need us, period. For roofing, gutters, or windows, visit trustmarkroofing.org or call Trustmark Roofing and Windows 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
It's possible to turn peanut butter into diamonds. Peter Pan tried it with his buddy Skippy, but they couldn't do it in a jiff. Here's Mike Winters.
In the studio this morning, Miss Denise Jackson and Miss Dana Sanchez, and we are talking talent this morning. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing good.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. You know what? It's funny because we this was totally off the cuff. Mike doesn't like to update his schedule. He has this thing. He doesn't want to take his schedule digital because he doesn't want to be able to access it outside of work, which I understand. Leave work at work.
Fair.
But if you're going to keep a paper schedule, keep it. That's all
Write
I'm saying.
it down.
Write it on your hand.
Love you, Mike.
He's in Albuquerque. He can't hear me. Gripe away. Although he could be listening online. There is that. So, hi, Mike. I used to have ink-stained hands because I would always jot notes on my hands, so I was bad at that. But that being said, we've actually had this discussion before. I believe it was last year for last year's festivities, and it's happening once again this year. We are looking for some local talent to put a spotlight on, to highlight, and to build out a show.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about it. First and foremost, let's talk about the kind of the inception of the idea of this talent show, because I think it's a fascinating story. How did this come about?
Okay, well, I have a daughter, and she loves to sing, and she used to sing with her singing coach for many years since she was 5 years old, doing recitals and, and then her singing coach decided she wasn't going to do any lessons anymore. And
she's learned all there is to learn. I understand.
Not quite. We're getting her there. But she loves to do it. She loves to sing, and there's not very many opportunities to do that here in Roswell.
Especially in this area.
Yes.
I mean, we have a lot of local venues, and I think that maybe in the last couple of years, more than ever, we've been able to put more of an focus and an emphasis on local talent, which I think is great. But it's not quite to the coffee house scenes of the bigger cities, or even if you go like the art communities of like Truth or Consequences, where they have all these different spots where local artists have a chance to kind of write and produce. So I am curious, going back to when your daughter started with a singing coach, did she approach you with that? Because I've always been fascinated by the idea of getting a singing coach at a young age and honing your craft and talents. Like I was a fan of Star Search when I was a kid, Ed McMahon and the whole thing. And some of those stories you find out, like Leanne Rimes, who started on Star Search, got her singing coach, I believe it was at age 4, and started exhibiting those elements of kind of a Patsy Cline-esque style, and that sort of led her to where she is today. So was it her idea? Was it something she wanted to pursue?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. And she's ever since she was little, she would dance, she would sing. She had her little fake guitar. She even stole my niece's guitar. She has a little video of her at 5 years old playing her guitar. Didn't know what she was singing. But she knew what she was singing, but she didn't know how to put it all together. Right. She was just going with it. And let me tell you, she went with it.
Yeah.
She is so talented.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think so too, but it's because I'm her mom as well.
You're looking at it through mama's lenses, and those tend to be kind of tinted in a certain way. But so it's nice to have that validation of talent outside of the parental units and those talents that you exhibit. So she started to kind of veer off from the singing coach, but you wanted to keep the flame going.
Yes.
And I think that's such an awesome thing is when a mom or when a parent recognizes potential and doesn't let that die.
And that's exactly where me and her father are. We're just, and I think she has a very big support group too, with friends and family that, show up to support her. And, I'm trying to get her out and more involved in the community with things. I wish the community would offer that, like at the Cinco de Mayo
Sure.
or Chili Cheese Fest, and are at the fairgrounds for the fair days, you know, just to kind of bring in a little bit more opportunities for our kids because they need that. And that's why we do the
Stuff like this.
Yes.
It's they're not going to do it for us, so we do for ourselves. And that's
Yes.
where this comes into play. So is this the second year you guys have done this now?
This is our second year.
Okay, awesome. So it's 2 years running. For those out there who have maybe a little hidden talent, maybe you're one of those people that likes to belt it out in your car or in the shower. Better acoustics, I understand.
Right.
This is for you. You know, I get accused all the time. I was driving the other day, and some friends pulled up to the intersection across from me. And I didn't realize it was them until about 10 minutes later when I ran into them at a convenience store. And they're like, we were sitting there waving the whole time, and you were just like singing like you were on American Idol. Because that's what I do. I get behind the wheel in my car. It's my zone, and I know you can totally hear me outside of it, but I'm going to be singing. I love the Across the Universe soundtrack, and that's what I was listening to that day. So I think I was singing like either the soul version of Let It Be that they have on that soundtrack, or like While My Guitar Gently Weeps, one of those. So you're really soulful into it.
Yes.
So, but this is a chance to take those moments to the stage and really let your talents shine. So this is a great chance for you. So we're going to be doing our audition on March 24th. That's going to be happening at the Pueblo Auditorium at 300 North Kentucky, the old high school there, or the administration building for the Roswell Independent School District.
Yes.
So that auditorium. So from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's open to kids ages 10 to 17 and any singing style.
Any singing style.
So
We welcome it all. And this is a nonprofit organization. All is free. The kids will also win a medal for first, second, and third, and cash prizes.
That's
Yes.
See, and that's where the ears perk up right there. You're like, like, okay, great. I get a medal, I get a trophy, and cash prizes. You say? I'm in. That's right. See, it's learning at an early age that you can let your talents pay your bills, or at least some of your bills.
Right.
We're not funding your whole stretch here, but this is a great chance for some of those local talents out there. You know, we got several local artists and musicians who exude their talents in other different ways. Like some people are in bands, rock bands. Our own video producer Jocelyn, she's the bass player for the band GDP here in town. So there's lots of musical expression in this town. And a lot of hidden talent. And I think that's really the key. Is some people, they don't even realize themselves that they've got it going. You have to kind of get in their head, get in their ear and be like, have you ever thought about trying out for this? Have you thought about auditioning, taking this to a stage? Because we've heard it and we think you're ready and you need to know that. So
And it's such a great opportunity for the kids. Like she was saying, like really focusing on this age group, the 10 to 17, because they don't have as many opportunities like she was saying.
Right.
Yeah, it's more for older people all the time.
There's a donut in this town. There's a lot of focus on young children and on, STEM and creation and crafting and opportunities for them. And then there's this weird donut hole of teenagerdom. And then there's, the bar scene, the bookstores, and then the stuff for young adults. But there's that gap right there, that hole in the middle, and that's what needs to be filled and nurtured, and given the attention to. So this is really important for those kids in that developmental age. Now, it's a little different from last year because last year I believe if memory serves, we had a series of auditions to kind of narrow down and get down to the nitty gritty of it. This time we're going to have just one audition.
One audition.
Gotcha.
That's why it's real important. We're trying to get it out there, for those to come and join us on March 24th and 5 to 7. If we need to stay a little longer, we can. I understand parents are getting off work late, but we just want as many kids as we can to come and audition.
Obviously, we want... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. So they just need to have one song ready, right?
Yes,
to come and sing?
Yes, just one song. It does not have to be the song that they're using for the event. And our event will be May 2nd.
Okay.
Saturday, May 2nd. So, just one song. So we'll have everything there prepared for them to come in and sing. They can sing it with the microphone, or they can if they have an acapella, they can do that. It's just all up to them.
So one song in the pocket now is I've watched enough American Idol to be like, okay, are you as judges gonna do the thank you, we'll be in touch, or if let's say you notice something, but this isn't the right song, they didn't pick the right song, could you maybe give them okay, try something that's more in your range, think about it for a minute and try something else? Would it be a good idea to maybe have just kind of a backup in the pocket?
Yes. And usually, for instance, like my daughter can sing multiple.
Sure.
She can go from rock to country to Spanish. She does them all.
I shoot for the rafters, so I'd be like, I'm going to work for weeks to prepare my rendition of Como la Flor.
If I
and then just bomb horribly, realizing I should have come in and actually done Weird Al. That's way more in my wheelhouse, So it's about
always
knowing.
Great to have another song prepared. Even because sometimes they want to go out of their, their comfort
their
zone,
range,
and they want to sing something else
and really showcase big.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So prepare, be ready for.
And we will let them know after. We won't let them know that night.
Okay.
I'm not a judge. Denise is a judge, and we'll have 2 other judges as well.
Okay, so we'll have three judges total.
Yes.
The decisions are going to be made after the fact, so there's not going to be any kind of any major heartbreak there. 100%. How many singers are we looking for? Individual acts?
As many as we can. Last year, I think we had about 15.
Oh, nice.
There was a lot. It was
a lot.
Really.
Yes.
Judging was really difficult. All of those kids were so talented.
Yes, and it was so amazing.
Yes.
And they got, we were able to let them even sing 2 songs for the event. It was, and I mean, this time, if you're familiar with the Pueblo Auditorium, the stage is ginormous.
It is.
So it's just like, this is one of my daughter's dreams, so I can imagine it being somebody else's dream to sing on that stage.
Oh, fun tidbit. Elvis performed on that stage in 1955.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thank you to my best friend's dad who has all this random information about Elvis.
Wow.
Yes, in I think it was in February, 1955, he performed there. So I was in choir here. I grew up here.
Sure.
And our choirs performed on that stage. So I'm like, I performed on the same stage as Elvis.
Yeah.
I love that.
How about that?
I love that.
Amazing. Mallory's going to love that.
Right?
So for those who don't know that, the main office for Roswell Independent is the old Roswell High, correct?
It was a middle school, I believe.
Oh, it was a middle school. Okay. Wow, that's a big get for a middle school.
I don't hold me to that, but I think that's what the little plaque on the front says. North Junior High, I think, is what it was called.
Gotcha. Okay.
We need to read the plaque when we go. Okay.
Well, that tickles me for another reason, and that's because when I was I went to high school here. I didn't grow up here, but I went to high school here, and I was a freshman in high school when I cannot remember. I think it was drama class. My drama class, we put on a stage play called Fireball and His Fire Safety Friends.
Oh.
I played Dude the Cowboy.
Nice.
I had this giant foam cowboy hat, a big old gold badge, and I was, howdy, Fireball! Fireball was a clown, but also a firefighter, because, of course, we were trying to reach out to them kids. But now it's really cool to know that I had a giant paint-on fake mustache and a foam cowboy hat in the same spot that Elvis flexed his pelvis. That's great.
Wow. And hey, Mr. Actor, Roswell Community Theater, we're always looking for new talent. Shameless plug there.
I've since retired. I've retired my. Actually, funny. The last time I auditioned for a play for the Roswell Community Little Theater, it was over here.
Yes.
That's how long ago this was.
That
it was
would
the old theater.
At least 2011.
Okay, probably maybe a little before that. The play was. What was the play? The four. I cannot remember. It was about a quartet of singers who had died and were their story in heaven. I prepared a super emotional rendition of Scotland the Brave, and belted out to the rafters. I would have gotten that part had every other member of the quartet not been in their 60s.
Oh.
I was incongruous to the group.
Well, see, we have the age range here, 10 to 17.
Right. So
Nobody in their 60s.
We've got
you.
locked down. If you're worried about getting overshined by Otis, got to worry about that. Right. We got you covered. Now, if somebody, say, has additional talents, like if they play an instrument, is that something that you would encourage them to bring along? Yes. Are you going to have maybe like a keyboard or something for them?
No, we don't. I know they have some pianos there, but I don't think we can get them up on the stage. That would be something I would have to ask.
Okay.
But if they have, their own guitar, drums, violin, whatever it is, they are welcome to bring and use it. We're open. We want them to come in. We want them to feel excited. Last year, our kids, the parents were so happy, just thank you for doing this, and it is. It's for our kids. Yeah. It's a free event. We're hoping to keep going with this, to keep our kids in the community busy. And I think kids are also so shy to open up about their talent. And we really want them to feel comfortable in doing that.
I'm a father of younger kids, and I'm starting to kind of see them age out of things. But I'm also noticing something. Parents in general have more of an impact on their kids' disassociation than they actually realize. My kid, my son Hunter, he's 7, he's going on 8. He's fascinated by everything he learns, space and science and technology. He's fascinated by it. But I know we are just a couple of years away from bruh stage. And that stage when they just stop caring about things. But I think part of it is we as parents, we don't put enough stock into the things that they're interested in at that young age. Like something like that you did with your daughter is you recognize that she has this skill, this talent, and this passion for it, and you put stock in it. And you showed that there is something beyond that, and that kept her interested and wanting to keep going with it.
Yes,
I think that's
very important to us. My daughter is she's shy but not shy. She's always been kind of held back and
just kind of quiet.
Yeah, kind of quiet. So I want her to be happy in what she's doing, and I want her to explore everything. She does Broadway, she does and let me tell you, my daughter doesn't even speak Spanish, but if she's determined to learn a Spanish song, she's gonna learn it. That's awesome. She does. And so any kid can put their mind to it and get out there and do it, and I'm hoping that this brings them forward and shows them that they can.
Right, but also and I hope it shows them that it's passion is great. Passion is super important. That's a great foundation.
Yes.
But you got to build on that.
Yes.
Passion's not enough.
Yep.
Do we have the time? Do we have the ability to get fully into something, to not just have it be like a passing thing? Oh, I did my 2 hours of practice this day.
Right.
Yes.
Make it more of a part of your life. Work on your scales, work on your fundamentals, get back to the basics, and those are the things that build on that passion. So the passion is important. But what do we do with it from here?
From here, right. That's the next step.
That's where shows like this come into play, because it gives you a chance to put that spotlight on them and say, great, now we take this to the stage, and you learn stage presence. You learn the ability to get past performing in front of crowds. That's stage fright.
Yes.
I've been doing what I do for 20 years, and I still get stage fright before I go up there.
Right. Yeah.
It's just being in front of a crowd and not knowing how they're going to react to you. And the other thing, kids, the acoustics in the Pueblo are fantastic.
Yes.
But you will not necessarily hear everyone's reactions. So if you're, if and this doesn't really apply to singing, but if you're going for like a laugh line, you're not going to hear the laughs. And that will throw you off, trust me. I did stand up for a talent show in high school, and not hearing their laughter threw me completely off. Turns out they weren't laughing, but the point is I didn't hear them laugh. I'm kidding.
You're right.
Don't feel bad for me. This is high school. I'm in my 40s now.
Okay, it's all good. I was going to say, too, also, you talking about that is like, this is such a great way, too, for kids with these similar talents to get to know each other.
Oh, sure.
And your daughter made a bunch of friends during the audition and rehearsals and stuff. And I mean,
and she's still they're still friends to this day.
And that's an accountability too, because you're friends, you're your buddies, but you don't want to see anybody succeed more than you. So it kind of keeps you, on that healthy competition.
Friendly competition, yeah.
Exactly, and that's great. So
and I think that's actually good for them to have that competition and feel like, okay, I need to step up my game, and
But also that support system too.
Yes,
it's just it's great to see them all.
When you become the number one at something, you lose your ability in that thing because you're no longer challenged. There's nobody that's stepping up to your level.
Yes.
But if you have competition, if you have that somebody nipping on your heels, you're constantly reinventing, constantly trying to be better and do better, introducing new genres of music, new styles, new abilities that you didn't know you had, maybe a falsetto, maybe a vibrato, things like that you didn't know you had before. And those are tools in your arsenal. I think that's great. So the audition is March 24th, and that is next Saturday, not this coming Saturday.
It's on
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Okay.
I think it's a Tuesday.
I was thinking of rehearsals.
My dates have been completely off. So it's
Tuesday.
The 24th.
March 24th.
Okay.
Yes.
5 to 7 p.m. at Pueblo, and that's again 300 North Kentucky Avenue. If you know where the Roswell Independent School District central office is, it's the auditorium that's connected to it. If you've ever been to like a town planning meeting or anything, are usually held in there, or one of those
recitals.
The candidate forums that we have, we hold those in the Pueblo Auditorium. Again, fantastic acoustics.
Yes.
Now, for those kids who make it past the audition stage, when is the performance?
The performance is May 2nd.
May 2nd.
So we'll have rehearsal May 1st.
Okay.
And then the event will be May 2nd.
So we'll know pretty much who's going to be in the show as of like March 25th, say the day after.
Yeah, I give it
a couple of days.
Maybe just in case, if we don't have enough kids, I'm really hoping everybody comes on March 24th because I would have to go back and get the okay again for another audition.
To use the auditorium.
Yeah.
And as I understand it, you guys work there, so that's having to kowtow to the boss, and nobody wants to do that. So.
Hey, we love our people. Love our people.
Our person, Yahida, let me just put her out there. She did amazing. She helped me so much. And we got in, and we're so thankful.
Awesome.
This is a dream for my daughter, and I'm sure it's going to be a dream and an experience for all these kids that come. This stage it's just beautiful.
It is.
It's very beautiful.
I love the not only just the history of Pueblo Auditorium, but like I mentioned a couple of times, the acoustics in there are fantastic. I mean, the seats there, the old wood style, they're not newfangled. You're not going to have a lot of reclining on it, but that kind of takes you back a little bit.
Yeah.
Harkens back to that old. And this is something else. I'm very much a sense memory person. The smell of that theater is such the closest thing I can describe it to is it smells like my elementary school.
There you go.
The old wood, I think, and just kind of the
everything.
And I mean this in the best way possible, kind of the mildew of the patina of the age of the building. It's a good mildew. The Roswell Little Theater or the Roswell High has had that certain smell, and every time I walk in there, I'm like, freshman year. I remember. I was right over there shooting for Hey, Watch This. But
funny.
but it's a great theater, and this is a good stage for the kids to have a chance to hone their skills, to perform. And once we do the audition, we're going to have, so you have about a month to prepare. You could, I'm assuming they don't have to do the same song as they audition with.
No.
You'd prefer them to have something new ready.
Yes.
So
it's better. I mean, some do come in and want to perform.
Sure.
It could be a song they know, so they want to sing it. But if they're wanting to, kind of keep their secret of their own song and what they're going to perform, that's great. We just want them to come in and be ready, and have their, what I do is ask for them to make sure they have a form of way to bring in their music.
Okay.
Whether it be a phone or I'll hook it up
Gotcha.
so that way they have it, and if not, we'll figure it out.
I have a reel-to-reel of the track I'm going to be performing over. Would that be okay if it's
a reel-to-reel?
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Oh.
Or those things with the two things. You take the tape and you stretch it over. I'm performing some 1920s.
So the ages again are 10 to 17.
Oh, come on.
Just saying, Sean. 10 to 17. They don't even know what that means.
If some kid comes out on stage and you hear the music hit,
that would be that would be my daughter.
Just like you hear Creedence, the music for Creedence hit, and some kid just starts busting out like a war anthem. I mean, I'm just saying, there are some kids that are beyond their age.
This is very true.
Old souls.
Very true.
That's my daughter for sure.
Yes.
She was born in the wrong year.
Okay, well, you go home, ask her if she know what a reel-to-reel is, okay?
Okay, so format may matter, is what we're saying. Don't bring your 8 tracks.
Oh, man.
If you have it on your phone in digital format, would be probably the best. I'm assuming that the sound system up there has the capabilities for like a CD.
I don't think so.
Stop where I'm saying. Okay.
I'm gonna have to. I'll have my laptop that connects to the PA system.
It's depressing to me, the things that make me feel like an old man. And one of them is the fact that I still have a rather bustling CD collection and yet nowhere to play it.
I still have a VCR and cassette tape.
Air high five.
Oh, that's
Air
awesome.
high five.
I had to buy my daughter a CD Walkman because she wanted it so bad. Now she wants to burn CDs.
No, you are not kidding. Your daughter is an old soul.
Yes,
wow.
very.
Remember recording off the radio with the cassette and you had
the 2 buttons.
Yes.
Play and record.
Yes.
And if you push pause down halfway, it would speed it up when it recorded. This is advanced production.
Didn't know that.
It would speed up the tape as it recorded, so when you played it back, it actually poured it back slow down.
Oh yeah.
So you could remix music this way. What? Yeah, I learned tips and tricks.
Look at you. Listen to the radio guy.
But then again, it's right up there with those people that went to the Sally Struthers University and learned like TV VCR repair as their major, you know? You can't really do anything with it. But, hey, I learned it. But we all digress.
Right. Where have we gone?
Whatever your format happens to be, bring it with you and we'll get that set up. The audition date is March 24th. That's next week. So if you haven't already started preparing, maybe you got one in the cannon. Maybe it's, bust out the one that you think you sound the best performing. And then just get to practicing because you got about a week before auditions, March 24th, 5 to 7 at Pueblo Auditorium. Now, do people need to pre-register, let you know that they're coming? Or is it
yes, they can give me a call, and I will also have the registration audition forms with me that night. As long I just need them to fill it out, and parent has to sign.
Gotcha.
I have also just wanted to say thank you to Peter Piper Pizza, Daniel Cidio. We left some flyers at Peter Piper's, HTOT, the North Side. We left them there. We left some at Bahama Bucks.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you to them for letting us leave the flyers. We also put some on cars outside.
Hey.
We're trying to get it out there. We've been doing this for
papering is one of the most effective forms of advertising. I was taught that early on in my career. Papering sometimes outweighs like the digital media.
Yes, it does. I've been putting it on Facebook. If anybody wants to look on Facebook, it's under mine, Dana Lynn Sanchez. It's out there. We want to encourage everybody to
absolutely come. Bring your talents. It's going to be it's a great night. And then the other thing is, if you've never been backstage before something like an audition, that's a very intense experience because you have all these little corners of like where the dressing rooms are, where maybe they have like the little stalls for hair and makeup and for plays that usually happen there. But it's just people like just singing in all these different styles, and you'll hear like falsetto coming from this side of the room, maybe like country, like a twang coming from over here, and everybody just kind of like going over like, am I going to dance? Am I going to just grab the microphone? And then they're rehearsing in their heads, and that's a really fun experience, especially for somebody who wants to get into into the arts, into entertainment. Having those experiences and knowing kind of you're not alone. You're nervous; they're nervous too.
Exactly. Yes.
We're sharing these nerves. And then do that obligatory pull back of the curtain to see the crowd slowly start to fill up.
Gosh, she's making me nervous.
I know.
I'm trying to put you there. All right? I'm put you in that space. Let me tell you a story of for those out there who have stage fright, they always say, okay, what's the worst that can happen? I'll tell you what the worst that can happen
no.
is. I was doing a stand-up show when I was in college. I had gotten time at the Performing Arts Center out here at Eastern.
Nice.
And I had gotten them to give me enough time to do an hour set. I had about 45 minutes. So I was going to do as much as I had, and then thank you and good night. I'm backstage stretching. Because I'm very animated as a comic. I like to move around a lot, jump. And so I was kind of stretching and stuff, and I hear a tear.
No.
I had ripped my khaki pants right before I was about to go on stage.
Oh, no.
So luckily, this was mostly just my friends and family. Thank God for that. But there were still a few, wanderers in from outside. I think this is the first time stand-up has been performed with a jacket tied around one's waist. That's how I performed my act. I did my 45 minutes, thank you, good night, and waddled off stage.
Oh, no.
It was... So if you think you got it bad, all right, as long as you don't split your pants before you go on stage, you're going to be just fine.
Fine, right.
Okay?
It's just fine.
Just fine. So
no wardrobe malfunctions.
that's right. So get your performance ready and be ready. The audition date, again, March 24th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Pueblo Auditorium. That's, again, 300 North Kentucky. Now, if folks want to pre-register or get more information about what you're looking for, how do they go about getting a hold of you?
They can reach me on my cell phone at 575-626-6315.
Gotcha. 626-6315, or you can also reach out to Dana on Facebook as well, through either Messenger or just shoot her a message, and she can get back to you on that. Maybe get the audition form to you so you can get that filled out and turned back in. So this is your chance, kids. I mean, people joke and say, "Oh, it's a small town talent show." Have you ever heard the name Christine Morel?
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. She got started on a fair talent show. It was I'm not going to say the name of the radio station, Idol. And she got out of a pool of contestants, she got picked out, and it wasn't like a record deal or anything, but she got a decent amount of money that she then put into studio time to record her songs for her, what became her debut album.
Wow.
And she's since recorded songs with Paul Wall, Flo Rida. She's gone on to do several R&B albums, and she's kind of known in the community. She's also the girl from the La Poblanita Chips bag.
Yes.
Fun fact there.
Interesting.
But yeah, Christine Morel has taken that talent show win and exploded it into this amazing career that she has now. So it all starts. You got to start somewhere, you know.
Yeah,
you never know who's watching.
There you go.
That's right. Could have big name producers in the audience. Anybody with a British accent, just keep your ears open. They're the ones in the know. So contact Ms. Dana Sanchez at 575-626-6315 or find her on Facebook, and she can get you all the info that you need to know. Or again, just come on out to the audition March 24th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Pueblo Auditorium. This is where it all begins.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ladies,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. And for all you aspiring singers out there, do we still say break a leg? Is that no? Because that's getting into a cast.
That's theater, yeah.
Rupture a larynx?
Maybe no. Maybe let's just say come out and audition.
Hey, yeah. Good luck.
Okay.
That's what we'll say on this St. Patrick's Day. Good luck.
Good save.
I'm not going to point out that you're not wearing green. I just noticed that. But
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yes.
Okay, you're good.
Actually,
I do too.
You're good.
Yes, we're
You're
good.
covered.
We're good. My sunflower. We're good.
You're covered. We're good to go. Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, can I just say, because today is my brother-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday, Nathan Sanchez. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Wow.
Oh, and Patty from theater. It's her birthday too.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there you go. Happy birthday, Patty.
That's just doggone lucky. So, happy birthday to all those folks out there.
He's like, get out of my studio.
Actually, what we're doing right now is called padding. So this is all good. This is banter. This is what they pay me for the first 15 minutes of every hour of the morning show for. So we're good. Thank you again, ladies, so much for your time.
Thank you.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Spoken like a true terrorist, Iran's military is warning that parks, recreational areas, and tourist destinations worldwide will not be safe for enemies of the Islamic Republic. Quoting an unnamed official, the AP reports the U.S. will be deploying 3 more warships, roughly 2,500 more Marines, to the Middle East. President Trump says before the war, advisors had warned him of higher energy prices.
They said, if we do that, oil prices will go up, the economy will go down a little bit. I thought it would be worse, much worse, actually. I thought there was a chance it could be much worse. It's not bad, and it's going to be over with pretty soon.
Prices of the gas pump have risen another 3 cents since yesterday. AAA's national average, $3.91 a gallon. The U.S. Mint is gearing up to produce a Trump commemorative coin, and naturally it's going to be a gold coin.
A federal arts commission stacked with Trump supporters who were appointed by him earlier this year approved the final design for a 24-karat gold commemorative coin bearing Donald Trump's image. Federal law says no living president can appear on U.S. currency, but an official at the Mint said the Treasury Secretary has authority to authorize the minting. The coin will be released in connection with America's 250th birthday this summer. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Extreme heat continues gripping the Southwest as spring arrives today. The intense heat expected to persist right through the weekend. He was a martial arts grand master and a TV and movie action star. Chuck Norris has died. He was 86. His family says Norris died yesterday. It's described as a sudden passing. Stocks are in the red on Wall Street. The Dow is down 268 points, the Nasdaq off 290 points, and the S&P trading 61 points in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
House cleaning in Venezuela as interim President Delcy Rodriguez replaces the country's senior military leadership.
Ms. Rodriguez, who previously served as Venezuela's vice president, has been cooperating with President Trump ever since the U.S. ousted her predecessor. She was backed by the White House for the position and faces the challenge of uniting her country while trying to keep both Washington and those loyal to Mr. Maduro on side. The interim leader said the new military command would guarantee the peace, territorial integrity and sovereignty of Venezuela. The country's military is a powerful entity that oversees oil production, mining and food distribution.
The BBC's Olivia Noon. Residents of the Mexican central state of Guerrero are setting up self-defense patrols. The aim is to keep a powerful cartel out of their mountain towns. They say gunmen have moved into the area while police and soldiers rarely show up. Townhall.com. Who should succeed Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin? President Trump and Senate Majority Leader Thune are weighing in.
On Thursday, Leader Thune and National Republican Senatorial Committee Chair Tim Scott of South Carolina endorsed Representative Kevin Hern's bid for the open Senate seat in Oklahoma to replace Senator Markwayne Mullin as Republicans look to avoid a messy primary in the red-leading state. Thune called Hern a proven conservative leader and supporter of their shared Republican agenda. Thune said in a statement, quote, "He will be a great asset in the Senate and has my full support and endorsement." The seat is open after President Donald Trump tapped Mullin to replace Kristi Noem as Department of Homeland Security Secretary. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Minnesota clergy groups asking a federal judge to order ICE to allow in-person pastoral visits for immigrants being held in a Minneapolis federal building. Church leaders accuse ICE of blocking clergy from providing sacraments and other spiritual care. More on these stories at townhall.com.
in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Grace Infiernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, welcome to the freaking weekend. We finally made it.
Yeah.
It has been quite the journey to get here, but doggone it, we did it.
And I think, based on temps, outdoor plants should be game on.
Yep, pretty much
for the weekend.
Whatever you got going on, it's your turn. So, smacked with some pretty sad news. Last hour it started coming out that I guess it was last night. Late
Chuck
last
Norris,
night,
man.
Chuck Norris, after being hospitalized yesterday, passed away.
Yeah, I remember seeing late afternoon yesterday a couple reports online that he was hospitalized.
Right.
And I was like, uh-oh.
Well, the story I heard was that he got picked up by an ambulance. They made it halfway, and the ambulance broke down. He actually ended up carrying the ambulance the rest of the way to the hospital.
But and then of course here last hour the report started coming out. The family announced that he passed away.
Yeah.
They're keeping circumstances around that private.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess he had a stroke or heart attack
some kind of heart
thing. Something along those lines is my guess. But
now, of course,
he was 86.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was not a young.
Actually,
man.
I thought he was a little older than that. I always thought he was a little closer to 90.
And if you look at him, even just pictures from a few weeks ago that that he was in the interview or some interview that he was doing, he still looks phenomenal.
Yeah, he was a pretty healthy dude. And that's why I'm wondering if it was just a heart attack or something sudden like that, a stroke or something along those nature. Even the most healthy people, those kinds of what was the guy that was always the proclaimed? He died.
Jack LaLanne.
Jack LaLanne. Yeah, I mean he was the
juice guy.
Yeah,
I remember watching those infomercials when I was a kid, and he was 90.
The only other thing I can speculate is he probably had some kind of cancer or something they're keeping on the down low, or something of that nature.
I will say, and in a lot of cases with a lot of these celebrity deaths, they hit you. You hear them, and I mean I remember when Robin Williams passed away, I was in tears for days.
Yeah.
But then it's 2026 and the internet is here, and it is Chuck Norris. And I like to think that his family, his friends, and even Chuck himself would appreciate how people are choosing to memorialize
Oh yeah, you
him.
knew this was coming. I mean, they've been setting the table for this for years. I mean, to be honest, this is number 2 on the celebrity. I'm not going to say death, but trend things. Like number 1 was they kept calling Betty White's death shot for years, and when she finally passed, people didn't believe it.
You know what? And I'll be honest, if we'd have just not paid as much attention, she'd have been fine. Look at Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
We all kind of looked the other way when Dick Van Dyke was turning 100. We were like, okay, let's just get him across the finish line, and he made it.
He's still going.
I really blame us.
And so. And at number 2 now, because Chuck Norris, that's literally the internet's number 2 running joke is,
Right.
Chuck Norris jokes. The whole,
Now, I have seen several versions of the same line, but I've been to 3 different news aggregators' Facebook pages and gone into the comments. And the line is one of 3 things. It's either, I've heard, he didn't die, he moved on to another plane of existence.
Yeah.
Which was my version was, he didn't die, he just beat level 1. So that's what I've been saying. The other couple that I've been hearing is, he didn't die, we all just died. Everybody else just died, and Chuck Norris is the only one real anymore. We're all ghosts. And then...
That's some Sixth Sense level stuff there.
And then this one is my absolute favorite, is that... Okay, so Chuck Norris decided he wanted his old job as Grim Reaper back.
He's like, I'm ready to climb back into the chair.
I did hear one a second ago, which made me stop. It said he decided he was finally ready for his rematch with Bruce Lee. Which, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course the internet doesn't disappoint. These have all been fantastic. His beard can no longer punch us. We're free. The first thing he'll say to God is, "You're in my seat."
Thanks for keeping it warm. Yeah. I kind of I am feeling like I want to go back and watch some Chuck Norris related things. Like I mean, part of me wants to go old school, like the old early 80s Soldier of Fortune Chuck Norris.
If I could make a recommendation, and this is maybe biased because of the time it came out.
Yeah.
Sidekicks. I feel Sidekicks may be his best work. Yeah, I said what I said.
Well, it is apropos with the Walker Texas Ranger era, which I was never a big watcher of that show in its day. And to this day I've only seen a smattering of episodes, but maybe. Because I know on my LG TV, there's the LG channels. I'm pretty sure one of them just literally shows Walker Texas Ranger 24/7. So maybe I'll dip into one of those channels for a minute.
I can't remember if it was Tuesday night or Thursday night. I cannot remember, but my mother was obsessed with the CBS primetime television block for one specific night because it was Walker Texas Ranger, followed by Touched by an Angel.
Oh,
my mom's legit 1 and 2 seed favorite shows.
I mean that's
it's right up there with Little House on the Prairie.
That was prime family programming in the 90s there.
Oh, Della Reese. I mean, and then what's her name? I can't think of the head angel, but it was always I am an angel sent by God, and it just the way she said.
That's the one with the Michael Landon.
No, that's Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven. That's right. I get that one. That was right before.
That's
when he died, and then Touched by an Angel kind of took over as the new Highway to Heaven. If I remember,
there was a guy who I almost feel like the role was made for like a Michael Landon type, but they found another like swarthy 5 o'clock shadowed gentleman to take the role. But he was Michael the Archangel. He's the one who came right before you died, right before you were ready to pass. He's what Chuck Norris just saw.
Right.
Was Michael, or he said, so he
summoned Chuck. Chuck summoned him.
Chuck summoned him. I think it's time. Let the court know I'm on my way.
That's right.
Prepare a seat for me.
Have a room ready.
That's right.
But
have turned down service picks and get my room ready.
Oh man, but yeah, I might have to dip a toe into some Chuck Norris. I might go some of them 80s movies, and maybe I'll say, you know what, maybe I'll try to watch a devoted block of Texas Ranger.
Did you know that? So, Chuck Norris, spoiler alert, had a cameo in the movie Dodgeball.
Oh yes,
yes.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
A well-known cameo.
Yes.
Did you know he filmed all of his parts for that cameo in one day and everything in one take? They flew him in.
He had like 3 lines.
He had like a line and then the thumb.
Yeah.
And they said they flew him in, got him in makeup, had him on set. He did the first part with the line and the second part with the thumb. And then he was offset by 3 because I think he was like right in the middle of either filming like a seasonal Walker Texas Ranger or something.
Something, yeah.
So he had to be back on set.
And he was doing a lot of fitness tapes maybe around that time.
It could have been one of those.
He had a fitness
But
program.
he had to be back on his other set the next day. So they got him on and off within like an hour and a half, not counting like hair and makeup.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
It's the best thumb ever.
Delivered by one way, only Vince Vaughn could do that. Speaking of that, real quick, related but not related, I just saw an interview clip that Snoop Dogg had on some podcast, and he was talking about filming Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah,
and he goes, "Man, there was a scene." He goes, "I did with Vince Vaughn," and he goes, "That dude actually slapped the crap out of me." I mean, he didn't say it that way. I'm cleaning it up for it. He said it the way Snoop Dogg says it.
Sure.
And he goes, the scene was like, they code the scene. They said, all right, and she goes, it's the golf course scene. Y'all remember when we're on the golf course? He goes, yeah, I'm on the golf course. And we're standing there and I'm his caddy. And he goes, there's a scene where he's talking and I interrupt him. And then he kind of supposed to, kind of slap me. And then he goes, okay, cool, I get it. He goes, we get to the scene. He goes, that blank actually slapped me. He goes, first, the blank in me wanted to, and he goes, but the actor me was kind of like, okay. And he goes, then I did my next song and I nailed it. It was all good. He goes, man, this is what it's like when you act with real actors. He goes, I need to go back, and they cut to a clip of the car wash movie he did. And they go back to some of this stuff.
Right. Back to the garbage he was doing before. Snoop, and I was literally talking about this with a friend yesterday. Snoop is such an anomaly to me because I'm old enough to remember the generation where there was a song on an album called Doggy Style.
Yes.
The song was called Murder Was the Case. And it's literally, murder was the case they gave me because you were implicated in a murder. Okay? This guy, implicated in a murder. Cut to 30 years later. He's kicking it with Martha Stewart and just lobbing softballs as a youth football coach. It's footballs.
Not to mention,
softballs.
like, the unofficial mascot of the Olympics.
Right. Well, him and Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Although it was more Snoop for the winter games.
But those, and I think that the Snoop, the winter or the Olympic games, I think is an offshoot of, I don't know who did it. It might have been Funny or Die. I'm not sure. But whoever did that, Snoop Dogg narrates the nature documentary.
Oh yeah, with the honey badger.
No. That's somebody else. But he was like,
no, yeah. But there's one. I've seen some of them. There's one with like a Wolverine.
Like, damn, lions is tough.
Yeah,
I won't be out there with them.
I think is it the meerkats he did or something?
I think he did a meerkats one. Yeah. But it's just, he's such an anomaly to me because there's an entire generation of people of my son's aged people who know Snoop Dogg because of his children's TV show.
Yeah. Well,
it's just what?
And I would even, to a lesser extent, say the same thing about Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Like Ice Cube was, NWA, gangster rapper, hardcore, and then he did Friday movies and like all of that kind of like a kinder, gentler Ice Cube cereal. It's like, what's going on all of a sudden?
This year he's headlining day 2 of Big Sky Music Festival.
Yeah, I mean,
what?
And then he's which I'm cool, but it's just you're right. It's different.
Yeah,
it's like literally these people were like public enemy number 1 at one point, and like everyone's telling us these people are a bad influence on your kids, and now they're like America's.
I'd say this: go back and even just watch the few scant times you see Snoop in the Diddy documentary.
Yeah,
how he just pops up, kind of kicking it with like Pac or whatever.
Like that's and like going back and seeing like all the different movies over the years that have been done, even from not just the
Are We There Yet or like,
no, but the Straight Outta Compton, not just that movie, but like there's a couple other movies that kind of
Boys in the Hood.
But no, just even talk about
style.
like, you know, with the Suge Knight and some of that all that went down with all the East Coast, West Coast and all that stuff, the documentaries and stuff.
The actual Biggie movie.
Yeah, I watch a lot of that stuff. And even in all of that, Snoop Dogg's always in the room, but never one of the players.
Yeah.
Like he's just in the background. Like he shows up for a minute and he comes in doing his little thing, and then he's always in the room. You know what I mean?
Because he was a part of both of them. He was part of Death Row, and
he kind of had a foot in both. Yeah.
He stepped over after, I think it was after Pac died. And he kind of went to the other team. But so it's real quick because I know the guest is here.
Yeah.
Something that was brought up to me, and I can't not see it. Have you ever seen the Biggie Smalls like biopic?
I think I have. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
There's a scene at the end of that movie where you can absolutely tell that Faith Evans had complete creative control over this movie, because there's a scene right before the where he gets shot, where he's like, hold on real quick, I gotta sneak off here and call everybody I've ever known and loved and tell them I love them. And he like goes off into this other room and he just calls his mom and he calls Faith Evans. He's like, I'm gonna be a better father, I'm gonna be a better husband, I'm gonna come through for you and the kids. And then he goes and dies. It's like, that is such a added thing by
artistic
Faith
flair.
Evans.
We'll go with. I'm going to say there. Absolutely.
Very much.
Yes. Yes. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you update weather and all that here in just a bit. And shortly thereafter, we're going to be joined in studio, Pastor Jim Ridgway with the gig. Laura back with us as well for the Reason for the Season event. Of course, they do their Christmas and Easter drive-through events where they invite folks to come out and they do, a scene-by-scene as you drive through of during Christmas, kind of the birth of Jesus and that. And then here now, as we're celebrating the Easter holiday here, we get the Easter story. So they're going to join us here in just a bit and give us all the details and skinny about that. Later on in the hour, get you up to date with news of the local variety. I got to blow my nose, too. She's a running. And whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Let's do this. It's 9:22. Let's pause for weather. Then we'll jump right into a commercial break. And then we'll have Pastor Jim and Laura join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure covering all of the southwest, and that means a pretty hot weekend for us. We'll be in the mid-90s on the afternoon high today, and we'll get lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, our low in the upper 40s, and then sunny and hot again on Saturday. We're expecting upper 90s, down to 50 and clear Saturday night, and then mid-90s and sunny again on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
You can buy all the furniture you want, but can you accessorize? This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Transform your home by adding chic lamps, accent chairs, and unique statement piece artwork everyone will love and appreciate. Why live with basic walls and no ambience? Turn boring into colorful and pull that design genius from the depths of your heart. Your home will thank you, and so will we. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Tax refund season just got a lot more fun at Roswell Honda. Got a tax refund coming? Don't just spend it, double it at Roswell Honda and turn your refund into a serious upgrade. Roswell Honda will double your refund up to $4,000 plus an additional $1,000 when you trade in your old ride. That's up to $5,000. Let your tax refund work for you. Double it and get behind the wheel of something shiny, reliable, and way more fun to drive. Double your refund all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
I am Amanda Michon. I am the lead singer of a local band in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think that a lot of artists, musicians, performers alike tend to not have health insurance. We think that because we don't have a 9-to-5 job, we aren't eligible. But Be Well helps connect you with health insurance that is accessible to us. I thought that insurance was just going to be my physical health, but Be Well also offers mental health care. And taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Go online to BeWellNM.com. What's the best that can happen?
You have the strength, the fortitude, the courage to conquer the Artesia Aquatic Center's Ninja Course. Challengers have come from far and wide, but few have tasted the thrill of victory. Since opening 2 years ago, only a handful of people have been able to complete our most difficult course. These courses are open every weekend. If you've got the moxie, the strength, the temerity, we want you at the Artesia Aquatic Center. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Hey, Roswell, it's Ford Truck Month, and your friends at Roswell Ford are rolling out massive savings on all new Fords and 000. You heard right. During Ford Truck Month, get 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, Roswell Ford needs your trade today, so we are willing to overpay. We'll do whatever it takes to get you released from your car, truck, or SUV, even if you owe thousands more than your trade is worth. So you can upgrade to a new Ford for less, with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if it's less than perfect. Get on board at Roswell Ford. Upgrade to a new Ford today and get huge American-made savings with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days during Ford Truck Month. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is $16.67 per thousand. Financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
Artesia General Hospital presents expert advice for a healthy spring. Seasonal transitions can affect your immune system and respiratory health. Combat allergies by monitoring pollen forecasts and using prescribed treatments consistently. Increase physical activity gradually to avoid strain after a less active winter. Prioritize hydration and balanced nutrition, focusing on fresh produce rich in antioxidants and vitamins. Spring is also an ideal time for preventive screenings and annual checkups. Early detection remains one of the most powerful tools in healthcare. Healthy habits this season build a foundation for wellness all year long. Healthy Tips, proudly presented by Artesia General Hospital. Ready to help take care of you and your family.
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 27 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from, I guess we'll call it the reason for the season. Well, we'll just to give it a title here. Laura Salazar back with us.
That is it.
And Pastor Jim Ridgway with the gig back with us as well. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Mike.
So good to be here.
Happy spring. I think today's officially the first day of spring, even though
really?
weather-wise it could have fooled me. But it feels like the first day of summer.
Right, well,
at least
that
nobody.
is the first day of spring in New Mexico.
Yeah, exactly.
And at least nobody's turned the fan on yet.
That's right. Well, today might be the day. We're hitting we're like 98 today or 96 or something. So, but you have had quite a whirlwind of last 2 months. Of course, for folks that may not be familiar, Laura and Pastor Jim here during the Christmas holiday and Easter holiday, they do the reason for the season events. During Christmas and Easter, they have their drive-through events. Christmas holiday obviously celebrates the birth of Jesus and gives the story through a series of drive-through events, and it's kind of grown over the years,
substantially,
and kind of got on steroids a little bit over the years. But and now that we are here to celebrate Easter season,
yes,
not trying to belittle Christmas. However,
yes,
we're all Christians because of Easter.
Amen.
Yes. Easter's the reason we're all Christians.
Absolutely.
This is the reason, the absolute reason.
Even the hidden Christians come out of the way.
Exactly.
They come out. Everybody.
So this is the Super Bowl for Christians. Is Easter?
And isn't it appropriate? Today is the new season.
Yes.
So it is the reason for the season.
So it is very apropos that you also have your Easter reason for the season drive-through event.
Yes.
But before we talk about that, you've kind of had a lot happen between Christmas and Easter here. Share the news with everybody.
Well, right after the Christmas drive-through, the Lord laid it on my heart to make this a permanent all-year thing, but not in the way that I thought it was going to be. And so, surprise, everyone, this is the first announcement. The Christmas and Easter drive-through is now a book for children.
Yes.
It is the reason for the season, the story of Jesus. And it's a children's book.
Yes.
And we will be releasing this book on the 28th at Christ's Church.
Okay, very good. That'll be the book launch, I guess you could say that.
The full-on book launch.
Nice.
And so it is actually the entire drive-through.
Okay.
Captured in full color pictures. They're absolutely beautiful.
So in theory, you could have like a follow along, because I know now
actually, yes,
the drive-through has its own presentation that you follow along, but in theory, you could be in the back seat with the book, kind of page by page, going along with the story a little bit.
You could, yes, absolutely, and see it, in paper and real life at the same time. That would be kind of
and obviously it's written in a way that's presenting the story so
yes.
youth can understand the story of Jesus and obviously present this in a way, because obviously the Good Friday and Easter, the story, it is the lowest of lows and highest of highs, all in one story here. And so this presents in a way that kids can understand it and kids can comprehend, but not miss the message at the same time.
Exactly. And so that was the original goal of the drive-through, was to capture the entire message.
Mm-hmm.
But so that now incorporating into the children's book for Easter, you can sit down with them and not have to go through the entire Bible or get them sitting down, not seeing, just hearing. And so, you can capture it, the enther story.
Sure.
Well,
and when they're that age, entering, early elementary, kindergarten, whatever, that when they're starting to develop the reading skills and things like that. Yeah. At that point, you're not trying to give them the whole Bible at once.
Correct.
You're giving them the teasers. You're giving them the hooks. You're giving them. You're selling the story to them, just like any other. When an author or anybody else is trying to tell a story, you're giving them the things to hook them. The movie trailer, if you will. Here, that's what these books. And so it presents it at that level. It's like, this is the amazing end result of the story here. And as you get older, we'll get into more details on how we got here.
Exactly. Yeah.
But for now, you need to know that we, at Christmas, this is why we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. And Easter and Good Friday, the Good Friday is his passing, and his resurrection 3 days later is why we celebrate Easter.
And it's done in a really soft and gentle way, to where kids are motivated to ask questions, but they're not shocked by any one thing.
Sure.
It's just done with metaphorical representations, if you can see. And it's just a God thing.
Much like the drive-through event, where it is, now here's, I'm not going to say, well, you got the book, you don't need the movie now. Right. I discourage that, because what I think the drive-through gives people an opportunity to do that the book can, but you don't have a captive audience. So it's a little, whereas in the car, you're together as a family going through it. And as your children have questions, or maybe your spouse or someone else has questions, you can kind of discuss it while you're going in the privacy of your car. You know what I mean? And you can have your own family discussion as you're experiencing the event. Now, the book can create that same opportunity. But like I said, with the kids and soccer practice and everything, like this is kind of you as a family devoted, this hour of time to do this together. And so, it kind of presents itself that way.
It's kind of like the difference between seeing pictures of Yosemite and standing underneath Half Dome, feeling like you're 1 inch tall.
Yes.
You get to see it, you get the experience, but you really want to be there to be in the life.
Absolutely.
Because while we did the audiobook, it doesn't have music, but the drive-through is all musically backed. And you get the whole feeling and the experience. It is. It's the performance.
When you go through the drive-through, you have to realize, okay, this is a life-size.
Absolutely.
Visual.
It's kind of the evolution of the nativity scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where we kind of had, this is that living.
Yeah.
Except for now, it's a story.
When you go through the drive-through, it's actually brought to life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because like I said, the life-size
Right.
Think of it is
big. I don't know.
Well, you know
I've
what?
had more than one person say, "I know that they're mannequins, but I was there. It was
right.
happening.
It felt real.
It was real.
Think of
Like,
Disney.
yeah.
Like when you go to like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride or one of those rides, the Epcot ball or whatever.
Yeah.
And they kind of put you on that little train thing as you go
When
through.
that dinosaur comes out to go out, you're not like, oh, look. No, you're like, oh.
And so think of it as in those terms is a labor of love. That's a cool kind of Disney experience, Disney ride, presenting the story of Jesus. And kind of giving you a fun Disney-like experience. I can't say Disney.
I've
but
been
you know what I mean.
lovingly labeled Divine Disney.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. You know what I mean? Present it in a fun way that makes it like something you can create, like a family thing.
Yes.
And then you can, build an
Memories.
evening around it. It's like, hey, we're going to go and...
and you can eat in your own car.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
It's like we're going to do a picnic meal, and we'll go through, and then maybe afterwards we'll all go hit for milkshakes or ice cream or something.
And it'll be warm this time.
Yeah, that's the good news is during the Easter, like I said, our high today is 96, and
we may not even do hot chocolate. I think we'll probably do fruit punch.
Yeah,
this time.
I'm looking forward to the Easter one because Christmas is a tad bit chilly.
Yeah. Well, next week,
but we still got to do it, and we do it with joy.
Well,
so here
next week because this thing kicks off next week.
Yes,
here with March 30th is the start date.
The start date.
But I know Monday it's supposed to be like 80. But we're in the 90s.
We're in the 90s.
99
We're in
too.
the
So
90s.
yeah, it's gonna be plenty warm. And about 7:30, about the time when it start getting dark out there, it'll just be because at that point it'll be nice. It won't be 80s anymore.
Right.
It'll be like
It's perfect.
70s or
you
like
can even
upper
roll the
60s.
windows down and then just let the warm
a Christmas too.
breeze roll over you.
But it's a nightly event from between 7:30 and 9:30 each night, starting the 30th through April 3rd, and it's the same location as the Christmas
always
drive-through event is.
Yes.
It's out past 6 Mile Hill. Like I'll let you describe it. It's like you're going towards Rio.
Past the water tanker.
Yeah.
Turn your head to the right and you'll see the lights. But it's the old Deer Creek.
Yes.
Where the old shooting range was, where the old Deuce and a Half used to sit.
Yeah.
The Lord had me buy about 77 acres, and so it's out there. And we start when it gets dark. So of course, with the time change, it won't be till 7:30.
Yes.
But
so if you put 6439 West 2nd Roswell that in your GPS, that'll get you where you need to get
right.
to.
And just remember, it's Holy Monday until Good Friday.
Yes.
So Monday through Friday, and get out there because it was an hour and a half wait on Friday for Christmas. So come during the week.
And to really experience it, I'd say
an hour.
Allow yourself an hour.
Yeah.
We do invite you afterwards to kind of park and chat with us and talk. And if you choose to make a love offering, we'd love to have it. But by all means, don't feel obligated if you can't afford it.
It is a free event.
It's a free event. And I think usually you have some
treats
fixins, some
end.
things,
Yeah,
and
we do.
some
we
snacks
got some
and what
hot
have you.
dogs, and we got some drinks and stuff like that.
Anytime the gig's around, there's usually
There's
a hot
always a
dog.
hot dog
There's a hot dog
involved.
usually not far behind.
I start the beginning with love and free, and then he ends it with hot dogs and prayer. So
Absolutely.
That's how it works
But
here.
if you have not experienced it before, make this year your first time. Certainly, if you missed the Christmas one, then come for the Easter celebration here. But it does start here on Monday. And the great news is it's 7:30, 9:30. So if you can't be there at 7:30, but like you said, allot yourself an hour. It does go till 9:30.
Yeah.
So if you roll in about 9, it kind of allot yourself. Maybe try to get there a little earlier. But and if Monday night's not good, no worries. You got all of next
Tuesday,
week
Wednesday,
through
Thursday,
Friday
Friday,
to come and experience, and then you can roll into your Easter weekend celebrations.
And then if any of this information you've missed, you can get it all on rrministries.com. It's all on the website. So basically Real Reason Ministries, but it's rrministries.com.
Very good.
And so all of the flyers and the link to the book and everything is there.
Excellent. Because I was asking, because I know, like I said, you're going to have your book signing here on the
28th.
28th. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hear this.
At Christ's Church on the 28th between 11 and 1.
And so that'll be the release
Official
party.
release party.
And that's where you can start getting your first
Yes.
copies of it. But you can get them online afterwards.
At Amazon.
There'll be opportunities at the drive-through.
Yes. So that was the other addition. So we have the fellowship station, the prayer station, and now we have a bookstore.
A book station. So if you'd like to want to come in and get the book there,
You
and
can.
so just before you leave, swing on by and pop in and have a hot dog and pick up a copy of the book there
yeah,
too.
Absolutely. And now there'll be live music coming in from LA for the book release, so it's going to be a big party.
And
so don't miss it.
And what time is that again on the 28th?
11 to 1 at Christ
and you
Church
probably want to,
on Sycamore.
And to probably experience the whole thing, probably want to be there at 11.
Yeah,
get all
because
the
they're going to start getting the music going. It's Laval Bell and Friends from...
Are you going to do a reading or anything like that?
I will be doing a Q&A.
Okay.
And so we'll be doing questions and answers. The book will be there. I'll be signing the books for people. So if you want a signed copy, that's your time to get it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then that way, if you do get it on Saturday here, or the 28th, next week, you can bring it with you while you go through and like to try the event.
Do the double stacking. Like I like your idea. I'm gonna. It's the Mike in the Morning double stack.
There you go. Exactly.
And it's a great time for fellowship.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're running,
and that's what we want to hope. And you kind of come out and meet some folks and you know, this is kind of where your ministry with the gig. That's obviously, and I'm not trying to. Most Christian churches, things all are welcome, all things, but but you kind of you kind of blur the lines of Baptist and Catholic, and you know what I'm saying. You're like we're all children of Jesus.
You know,
come on down. You know,
the Baptists won't go to the Methodist church.
Yeah.
And the Methodists won't go to the Presbyterian.
Sure.
And it goes on and on and on. And down at the gig, we have everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we'll be starting the gig. Okay, first part of May, first Friday night in May.
You're kind of your church in the streets kind of thing. You're down here downtown on the courthouse lawn, and
we encourage people to come down. And we have open mic every Friday night, you know.
Open mic, usually there's live music, live performances, prayer, food. There's always food and hot dogs and snacks.
Always hot dogs.
And if you feel moved to speak, come on down and speak. But if you just want to sit and be a wallflower and listen, by golly, come on down and join us.
You know, I tell people, you know, come on down and share your testimony, because the one night that you share your testimony may be the one night that the person who needed to hear your testimony
is there.
Absolutely
listened, okay?
Or maybe the message you needed to hear someone
and your testimony changed someone's life, and you'll never know about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because it's all about Jesus.
And then once in a while you get lucky, and years later you meet him, and he's like, you know,
what you said really changed my life.
You get that full circle moment kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, the gig is, and their church on the lawn. It's more of a concert / revival than I would call it a church service.
It's just like I said, it's just absolutely an open air.
Call it a block party that we share your experiences, your tough times and how you got through them, and that's really
when you get to church, and they close the doors behind you at the sanctuary, you got to be quiet.
Yeah,
you don't have to be quiet down there at the gate. You just be who you are all day, all night.
You could testify and on stage with a hot dog in one hand and a beverage in the other, and say, hey,
and the mic is on the stand.
Yeah,
you could speak and eat at the same time.
Throughout the summer, you'll get as you have more throughout the summer, a lot of times you'll get some great out of town live music and other guests, and some actually in the Christian, hip hop, and some of these are folks that have a following, that they've got an audience. They go to places and people know them, and they fill up arenas and things.
We end up with 200 people on the lawn.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like
it's like
it's really great, and we serve hot dogs then too.
Of hot dogs.
It is. I know. I as a radio guy that does remotes on weekends, I've spent many a weekend out there with the hot dogs, and our record ones were always the Sutherlands in Carlsbad. The Sutherland store in Carlsbad, the hardware kind of catch-all store.
Right.
We used to do our thing there, and we in 3 hours we'd give out 400 hot dogs sometimes in those things.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long, but it does take 3 grills.
It does. It's a well-oiled machine to start rolling those dogs and get them out in a timely
I thought you
fashion.
got propane. You didn't get propane?
Yeah. What do you mean you didn't get propane?
And again. And you always sometimes get to this point where all your done dogs you're giving out, and then there's that one person right there, and like, well, it's going to be 3 more minutes away, and you're like, and they're always like,
can I have that well done?
I wish I could cook these faster, but the fire only makes it so good. Yeah,
well,
I know that world.
If I didn't have to run the intercourt, you know what I mean, where the microphone is and everything's happening, I'd rather be at the hot dog line, because nobody's leaving. I want to pray with people.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And nobody's leaving without their hot dog.
That's
that
right.
hot dog will be cold and moldy by the time they get out of my hand.
That's right.
You know, so
that's why you leave it on the grill a little bit.
They don't let me serve hot dogs because nobody gets one.
Yeah.
No, because they all end up cremated because he gets distracted. It's not a burnt offering.
Yeah, burnt
offerings.
My hot dog looks like charcoal, every one of them. I don't know why, but
and then, Mike, we also have the Southeastern New Mexico Festival going to come up on May 17th on the courthouse lawn.
Yes.
That's when our president has declared we're going to rededicate our country to God.
So that'll be kind of an unofficial summer kickoff, too, I guess you could kind of say, for the gig here as well,
yes,
too.
Sir.
So that'll be our first gathering here. And
we'll have live music, some water sports, some apple dunking and, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So just a fun day for the family
some
to come
good
out,
old just summer, spring festival type activities. And so kind of leading into the kickoff to summer, Memorial Day weekend kind of is that unofficial, and that'll be right before that, actually.
Right,
so,
yes, sir.
So it'll be the kickoff to the kickoff.
Yes, sir. And we just would like to say we just want to invite everybody and for out there at the reason for the season, out there at the drive-through.
Yeah.
You know, I encourage people to come because as people, because I'm at the prayer station at the end, and so she doesn't get the report. She gets to get something, and so she has to hear it secondhand from me.
Gotcha.
And people like the kids when they saw where they were when Jesus was being convicted of, the kids just sit there and cry because, you know what I mean?
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that to my Jesus? And stuff. And it's like, oh my God, and my feminine side comes out, and here we are.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And that's why we, this the Easter story. We talk about the good, because it's at the end. It's the to get to the highest of highs, you sometimes have to get to the lowest of lows to see it.
Well,
and that's really the message in the story sometimes too. Is regardless of how. I mean that that is the message that he's resurrected. No matter what people do, what people say, trust in Jesus, and it's going to work out regardless. See what Jesus went through, and it turned out okay for Jesus. There's your proof in the pudding, right there. You know what I mean? That's the message.
Well, and
life is hard, but you stick with Jesus and you'll get through it.
Yeah, our new edition, if they didn't see for Christmas, it brings you back to the highest of highs.
Sure.
The very last thing.
Absolutely. Resurrection. Spoiler alert! It ends on a high note.
It does end on a high note this year, so we do have that. So, but I just encourage everyone that even if you have seen it, come out and be a part of the prayer station.
Absolutely.
Be a part of the fellowship.
Again, it's live performance.
It's warm.
Each experience is a new experience.
You've got people who are just, needing prayer when they go through that, and you never know
if you need practice praying, come on out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would absolutely say, even if you don't have a family to load up in the car and do it, come and you're here by yourself or something, and maybe the Easter holiday you're going to be alone because you're business or just whatever in town for. Come through, drive through with us, find some fellowship, and who knows, maybe you might have plans for Easter dinner sometime.
We have one lady that comes out, and she's a regular. Okay, and I mean really, really regular, because every night, like during the Christmas drive-through, she brings people. She'll bring one person out, go through the drive-through, and they'll leave, and then she'll show back up with two more people in the car.
She's a recruiter.
She's a recruiter. She was great. I told her I was going to have to get her a little VIP badge because she had brought so many people through.
And that's the best advertising.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I mean, you could buy all the marketing ads in the radio, the newspaper, TV you want. But when there's people actively just grabbing people off the street, you need to see this.
Yes.
That sends a whole different kind of message. It's like a restaurant, It's you can advertise in the world, but at the end of the day, you just start cooking and people show up, and that's generally your best.
Yeah, and that's my plea. Please, everyone, go on our ministries.com and get the flyers and put them on your Facebook.
Spread the word.
Spread the word to
everybody. Come Monday and then invite your neighbors and friends to come Tuesday.
Thank you.
But and then, like we said, but definitely, if you can't wait, come to the book signing here on the 28th at 11. But if not, you can get your copy of the book any of the days, March 30th through there, or go online. But so however you want to do it,
get
do
your
it.
Signed copy on the 28th.
Get your copy. Well, and maybe if you catch it the right time, if she's not in the middle of doing 37 things out there. Maybe
you can come to the welcome station and sneak one in, but
but we would love to have you come and
enjoy the music,
get the book, and put it in the Easter basket with your eggs and your candy and all that,
yes.
and let the kids read it. Make that. You know what? That could be a weekend.
I'm hoping it'll be a family tradition.
Yes.
That that the book will be read at Easter and at Christmas, and
absolutely
can be brought out as a tradition of telling the real story.
Absolutely, and then of course, join us. I guess first up would be that May 17th kickoff here for the gig, and our first of our summer on the courthouse sessions here, and we'll as we get a little closer to that event,
we'll come back into stuff like that, Mike. And we really appreciate you as always. You know what I mean? You have a great show. You know what I mean? You do such a great job.
Anytime. This is what we do, and these are the kind of things that make our community, great. When we have these opportunities to, especially, because the gig is highly involved, and even with, resources and stuff, homeless community things. People come to these events,
get clothes and food,
it's an opportunity for them to tap in, and for other folks to kind of help them with physical needs. Whether it's getting them off the streets, creating that foundation for them, and a lot of the times the gig is that
catalyst.
That catalyst, really carrot that was dangled to bring them in for that.
Yeah.
So we appreciate what you guys do on all that.
Thank you,
Mike, too. So and by the way, just saying. Whenever you come out to a gig event, if you leave hungry, that's nobody's fault but your own. It's all on you.
True.
All on you.
Absolutely.
Can't complain about that one. There's always food.
Chips and dips and hot dogs.
That's right.
And whatever anybody brings, because people bring too.
Absolutely.
So,
People
bring your own napkin.
Well, and I don't know. Yeah. There you go. Hey, there was a minute there where stores are like, hey, you bring your own bag, we want to charge you $1 for our bag.
Right, exactly.
Bring your own hot dog plate or hot dog napkin. But
we'll cook them for you.
There you go. For those,
we've done that before, so I was like, what? Can
hot dog boats or whatever they get, bring your own boat. So whatever. And then again, beginning Monday is when the Easter Reason for the Season drive-through event kicks
Monday
off.
the 30th.
7:30 to 9:30, and it continues through Good Friday. April 3rd. If you have any questions or anything, you can also go online to this is where my eyeglasses rrministries.com. And do some online from the comfort of your underwear and all that. If you
exactly.
Want to do
I don't want to picture that, but yes.
Yeah. Don't share. Again, you time. You do that on you time. The privacy of your
Zoom meeting.
Isolated room. Yes.
and whoever the you is that's listening tonight, we're looking forward to seeing you out there at the Reason for the Season drive-through.
Come join us. Come see an amazing drive-through event. Come get some. If you got grandkids, pick up a few copies and pass them out as Easter gifts.
Oh, and I forgot, the libro is also available in Español. También.
All right. Is it out now or is it coming out?
On Amazon.
Okay, so if you can get...
It should be by next week.
Okay, so be on the lookout for the book in Español as well, which, again... I don't care what your native tongue is. Buy both copies and teach.
We'll send them to. We're sending them to Guatemala. We're sending them to Argentina.
Yeah.
We're sending them out. We're going to be doing that in ministry.
But I always tell people,
have it available.
Teach kids foreign language.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
At like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Don't wait till high school.
Yeah.
By high school, it's you're lucky to get
side by side,
a third of it
so
sinking in.
See,
you do it when they're still learning the reading fundamentals, and you can hit them.
Yeah.
You're going to have a child that's probably fluent in both.
And so the audio book should be available soon as well. I don't know if it will be on Amazon or on Audible, but the Kindle version is available already.
Okay.
And then we'll probably be trying to get the audio Spanish one as available. But I don't know whether or not I'll be reading that one. I'm good, but I don't know if I'm that good.
Is your dialect perfect?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're gonna be, you gotta. That's where, like, I know words, but you're not catching me doing Spanish.
I can read
ads,
it, but it won't be as pretty as.
They would be like, "Why does that dumb white dude reading Spanish on it?" Hola, amigos. Yeah. See. Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate. We'll see you here again soon.
It was so good to be with you
and
again.
anytime. And congratulations on the book. And please keep us updated as the evolution keeps growing on this one here too. So, all right, it is 9:53. Let's pause for news and pay some bills for lunch, and then we'll wrap up the show. Can't believe the weekend's already here, but here it is, folks.
And
All
here
right.
we are.
Yeah. Quick pause for news and commercial break. We'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The Iranian military is warning that parks, recreational areas, and tourist destinations worldwide will not be safe for enemies of the Islamic Republic. Quoting an unnamed official, the AP reports the U.S. is deploying 3 more warships and roughly 2,500 more Marines to the Middle East. President Trump says before the war, advisors had warned him of higher energy prices, but he says he thought the price spikes would be even more severe, adding that the war will be over soon. The Pentagon is asking Congress for another $200 billion to fund Operation Epic Fury. Martial arts Grand Master and TV and movie star Chuck Norris has died. He was 86 years old. On Wall Street this morning, stocks are in the red. The Dow is down 268 points. More details at srnnews.com.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I think one of the main challenges is when Steve Witkoff told me they had 460 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium, we have to ask the question and we have to deal with it before we leave, is where is that enriched uranium? Because that's the uranium that if they ever get the ability to enrich again, that could be turned into weapons grade in 7 to 10 days. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I think getting rid of the remnants of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, that's going to be part of the problem. Ensuring the safety of the Strait of Hormuz, that's probably the last part of this. I would imagine that we will take control of Karg Island, considering that is the lifeblood of their entire economy in Iran.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
All right, time now for a little spring cleaning, and I know right where to start. Go drag your old, dated wireless contract out of that closet, beat off the dust with a broom, and freshen things up by switching to my cell phone provider, a veteran-owned company called Pure Talk. Now, you get unlimited talk, unlimited text, plenty of data for just $25 a month, no contract, no cancellation fee, no overseas customer service if you need help at any point. And maybe you'll like them as much as my listener, Sue from Cincinnati. She says, quote, I have had no issues with Pure Talk. I'm pleased to know that my telephone service is supportive of our veterans and our military. Thank you. I'm truly fortunate to have followed Sean Hannity's advice. Anyway, thank you, Sue. And now it's time for you to follow my advice. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch. It's simple, it's fast, it's easy. Pound 250, keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. From Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. Lots of scores from yesterday. Goddard and Roswell were both at the Artesia Baseball Invitational. Goddard got off to a good start by defeating Alamogordo 3-1 in the opener. Goddard's now 5-1 on the season. Lucian Betancourt, the winning pitcher, and a complete game for the Rockets, who will take on Clovis this afternoon at 4 in a semifinal. Meanwhile, it was Roswell falling to Los Alamos 9-5. The Coyotes will take on host Artesia tonight at 7 o'clock. Goddard softball team also in Artesia for the Lady Dog Invitational, and the Rockets took care of Deming in the first round, 5-3. Jorelianis Guzman with a homer and 2 RBIs. Goddard will take on Alamogordo this afternoon at noon. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Tax time heroes assemble. Your refund has landed at Roswell Nissan. Van Man and the mighty J Squad are soaring high to knock down evil prices. Whether you're upgrading your ride, trading in for better, or grabbing your very first vehicle, our superhero team is here to crush bad financing and deliver your perfect Nissan match. Bring in your tax refund and Nissan will double it up to $4,000. Don't wait. See what superpowered savings you qualify for today. Up to $4,000. Click RoswellNissan.com or stop by Roswell Nissan and let our heroes turn your tax refund into your next set of keys. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Hey, listen, are you a 50-year-old person looking for term life insurance? Then you need to talk to Bob. Bob specializes in helping people find $1 million or more of term life insurance for a couple of $100 a month. Look, you need to know there's a price war in the term life insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call Bob, and he'll shop and see how much money he can save you. Look, this could be the last term life insurance policy you ever have. Your rates are guaranteed for the next 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rates for the next 20 years. And if you're a smoker or your health is not perfect, Bob has great rates for you too. So for $1 million of term life insurance coverage for a couple of $100 a month, call Bob right now. 800-890-5075. 800-890-5075. 800-890-5075. That's 800-890-5075. Paid for by Term Direct.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for